飛び込んじゃえ。 Hello everyone, welcome on in. It's time for more Steins Gate. Last time we finished the prologue and chapter 1. This time we'll be working on chapter 2. With any luck we'll be completing it as well, but we will stay tuned and find out more. I might as well announce it here, but you guys probably didn't think to question as to why I didn't use my live 2D model last time we did Steins Gate. Because I know I personally like to start off the series with my live 2D model if it makes sense for it, but I purposely didn't because I knew I was gonna debut a new model. I am just realizing something about this model though, that something's missing. I'm gonna contact Mango about that while I remember. Because if anyone's paid attention to Saku enough, I normally have the lip chain, like the chain that goes to the lip piercings from the ear. I feel silly for not noticing it sooner, actually. You knew it? Yeah. If I didn't have the, other preview for the vertical stream for YouTube, I probably wouldn't have noticed until way later. Because I could just have a closer look up to my face. It's like, oh wait, something's quite not right. That's what's not right. But that's okay. It's fine. Saku can have a little less chain as a treat. That aside, yeah, more Steins Gate. Welcome in, everyone. I don't know if I said that, so I'm saying that now. Covering all my bases. Yes. I have played the original Steins Gate, so this is more of a recap for me, but I will try my best to be spoiler free. I also like my new profile picture. Mars cooked so hard on it. It looks great. Mega also cooked hard on the model. I'm really happy with it. If I were to rig it myself, it would not have been as good. Thank you, Sophie, for introducing me to both of them. I do appreciate it. I also appreciate you for being my friend as well. We've known each other for so long, I think that's crazy. But the concept of time aside, let's get right into this. Yes. Right, so this is for anything that I'm pretty confident is a branching point for things. But this is where we left off last time. Chapter 2, Interpreter Rendezvous. Hi, Suzaha. She sweep, sweep, sweep. The dawn of a new day. Meow. July 30th, 2010. I could pass out if I'm not careful. Maybe I should take a shower. Well, that should stave off exhaustion, if only temporarily. This room has a toilet and a shower room. The shower is a little cheap compared to the one my family has back home, but this lab would be hell without it. Daru's sound. Daru's at his computer, his back turned towards me. His right leg is bouncing impatiently. Outside is a sunny summer afternoon, but inside the air is stale and empty of life. Yesterday. The shocking experiment convinced me that the phone wave named such could change. It was also a time machine. But Kudisi didn't seem willing to accept the results. She just started screaming. A time machine? A time machine? It can't be. Oh, and she ran. And then she took a mad dash out of the lab. It was like she couldn't get out of here fast enough. As for Mayuri, she was depressed about her chicken and bananas, so she skipped her daily costume sewing. That's valid. I went home. Grudges over food run deep, I guess. Yeah. Which leaves the lab empty, save for Daru and me. Our enthusiasm shot through the roof when we realized that the phone wave name subject change had tremendous hidden potential. We nearly died of excitement after successfully sending an email to the past. So we stayed up all night doing experiments to confirm whether or not the phone wave name subject change is indeed a time machine. The results, however... We went to the supermarket and stocked up on a wide variety of items. We tossed each of them into the phone wave name subject to change, but everything failed. No change. Nothing happened. After the experiment where the discharge phenomenon occurred, everything warmed up normally. No jellification. Suddenly, we couldn't get anything to happen. We still have no idea why. Now, as for sending messages to the past... First, let's review the problems revealed by this last round of experiments. Problem 1. Electrical discharge safety precautions. We removed everything flammable from the development room to reduce the risk of fire. We also prepared 2 fire buckets full of water, just in case. But that's not a fundamental solution. Problem 2. Mass increase. When the discharge phenomenon occurs, the phone wave name subject to change suddenly gains mass for unknown reasons. Because of this, the microwave broke the table and made a dent in the floor. To deal with the issue, we placed the microwave on the floor. We spread cushions and blankets underneath. This hides the hole in the floor too. Your friend cosplays the girl. Which one? Yeah, I've never Stein to Gate. Sorry, it's okay. You should though, Steins Gate is good. Problem 3. We're not even sure what the necessary conditions to send email to the past. No matter how many times we tried, we couldn't pin down a single condition. We spent the entire night doing trial and error. We tried over 40 different things, but not once could we reproduce the discharge phenomenon. Girl with red hair? Okay, could you see then? Or Christina, or Assistant. She has many nicknames. We started off in high spirits, but grew more and more frustrated as time progressed, which brings us to the present. Honestly, I gave up. That's why I spent the entire morning glazing about like this. Another email pops up on my phone. I've been getting way too many of these since yesterday. They're all from Shining Finger, the woman called Kiryu Moeka. They've never used email this often before. I saw how fast Shining Finger typed. That should have been enough to tip me off that she was a male demon. I was careless. It's too much of a pain to reply, so I ignore it. Hey, you wanna go to Sambo for some beef bowl? Nah, too much trouble. Aren't you hungry? Yeah, but... You're such a bum. Oh boy, phone. It's from Mayuri. Should I reply? The subject is just a sad kamuji. Mayuchi's spending money is getting dangerously low. You and daughter need to chip in too sometimes. You don't want to get between me and my food. It's the first. Don't get angry. Next time, I'll treat you to anything you want to eat. So keep buying more bananas for the sake of our experiments. The other one? You eat too much anyway. Go on a diet before it's too late. No! Keep buying more bananas. There, that should do it. Mail sent. Yippee. Another new message. It's my idea again. She's so straightforward. Just hearing that from Okari makes me happy. No. What is he doing on the computer anyway? I'm curious, so I casually peek over his shoulder. There's an image of a futuristic looking facility I've never seen before. It's a chaotic metallic cylindrical tunnel. Some kind of rocket thruster, perhaps? Or maybe the interior of a spaceship from a sci-fi movie? Based on the height of the people in the picture, the tunnel looks to be more than 10 meters tall. The Large Hadron Collider sure is cute. What? What did you just say? Large Hadron Collider? Large Hadron Collider. You don't know about it? I grab Daru's relaxed shoulders and wring them out. What are you doing? Are you conscious? Of course, man. What is this large hadron collider thing? You know, it's what CERN uses to do their experiments. LHC for short. It's seriously Moe. Recommended. You're lusting for something that's not even humanoid? Of course not. But there's something about it that gets me excited, you know? It makes me smile, you know? Don't you feel that? He was exactly like that. You're correct, Sophie. Come to think of it, I remember you said that you found factories on the undersides of highways irresistible or something, huh? Yeah, same thing. I do not remember this side of Daru. I'm not surprised, but I forgot. CERN. I've seen it somewhere recently. Where was it again? At Tioneru. Hecking nerd, indeed. John Titor. Oh yeah, the guy you mentioned earlier. He's the guy Chill's going crazy about, isn't he? That one might be an imposter. I was talking about the John Titor who appeared 10 years ago. He appeared 10 years ago? The same guy? Anyway, John Titor mentioned CERN. I don't remember all of it, but there's one thing I'm sure of. Titor made a prediction, namely, that before the year 2034, CERN will develop a time machine. A time machine? That's a timely topic. Daru? He is Miyano Mamoru. Yes, correct. Mamoru Miyano. He gets to be very toony with Okabe here. It's great. I love it. But that wasn't just 10 years ago. This new Titor said the same thing. Sophie. It doesn't matter if it was 10 years ago or 10 seconds ago. That's not the point, Daru. This coincidence could very well be the choice of Steins Gate. He said it. He said the thing. Can we trust this Titor guy? It doesn't matter if we trust him or not. Now we have something in common. A time machine. We should investigate CERN. We've got nothing to lose. Tell me everything you know about CERN. Sure thing. My CERN folder is smoking hot. CERN is the world's largest particle physics research institution. It's popularly called the European Laboratory for Particle Physics, or the European Organization for Nuclear Research. It's close to the border of Switzerland and France, on the outskirts of Geneva. It's famous as the birthplace of HTML, HTTP, and the World Wide Web. The World Wide Web? You mean the internet? Bingo. That thing at the beginning of most URLs. He means the HTTP://ww thing. CERN invented that? All I know about CERN is what I read. What I read Titter's book. Rest in peace, English. I never knew they were that amazing. Most people aren't aware, but there's a Japanese research team working at CERN too. What sort of research does CERN do? Particle physics, mostly. Shocking that. It's could do experiments no one else can, because they have the biggest particle accelerators in the world. The low-energy anti-proton ring, the proton synchronization booster, the large electron positron collider, and the big boss is the largest accelerator in the world, the LHC, Large Hadron Collider ton. Not him adding an honorific to the LHC. The LHC is a 27-kilometer long circular tunnel built underneath CERN's headquarters. Its purpose is to smash protons together in the hope of creating unknown elementary particle reactions. They started experimenting last year. Before they started, there were rumors that the experiments might create mini black holes. Oh no, those mini black holes will swallow the Earth. The universe is in danger, etc. Mini black holes. I'm pretty sure. Titter said that his time machine used mini black holes. Are the things he said about CERN true? All this LHC talk seemed to light a fire inside Daru, so we decided to go to Sambo after all. We continued our conversation over a couple of beef bowls. Fan. What's the possibility of that actually happening? 100% that it won't. CERN officially denies it. Let's say a mini black hole was formed. The amount of energy would be so tiny that it would disappear instantly upon formation. It would be impossible for it to swallow the world. But where there's smoke, there's fire. According to their official announcements, they only began experimenting in 2008. That's suspicious. Of course, that's assuming Titter's story is true. Some of Titter's predictions were on the mark, but most weren't. I'm also perplexed by how everyone around me seems to have forgotten about... wow, big yawn. I'm also perplexed by how everyone around me seems to have forgotten about Titter's 2000 appearance. There's something important in Titter's tale. Or at least, I want there to be. It's me. Don't be surprised. I sniffed out an evil conspiracy. John Titter, CERN. You see where I'm going with this? Yeah, that's right. They're likely connected to the organization. Coincidence? Come now. Don't disappoint me. What? Evidence? Well, if you must know. Whispers. Whispers of my mad scientist intuition. Those bastards are trying to destroy the world. Yeah. With many black holes. What if I were to steal that technology? What then? Of course. Who do you think I am? Everything is the choice of Steins Gate. El Sai Kongru. Just who the hell are you fighting with? Daru. I know what we must do. What was that? Nanzo. Don't you was out me. You're supposed to grin like you know exactly what I'm talking about. What kind of super hacker are you? You always give such half-baked explanations. Try to sound intelligible before you try to sound intelligent. Work with me here. You're a super haka. Stop saying haka. At least say hacker. See where I'm going with this? No, not at all. Hakenju, sir. Is that some kind of joke? I know you can do it, Daru. Expose their dastardly deeds, and find any hints you can about the time machine. Dastardly deeds? You're just imagining that stuff, Okarin. We stand at a crossroads. Will the phone wave, names are to change, become a functional time machine? Or will it die as garbage in lab storage? You're not responsible for the consequences. Got it? Deal. Get started. For your payment, I'll deposit a week's supply of potato chips into your Swiss bank account. Let's do this! Man, I remember the Swiss bank account is a specific phrase, but I don't remember what it means off the top of my head anymore. I wonder if it's in tips. World Wide Web, reviewed as www, also simply called the web. The standardized document system used on the internet. HTML, hypertext markup language, a language used to design web page documents, allows the embedding of images, videos, sound, and hyperlinks. HTTP, hypertext transfer protocol, the communication protocol used to transfer data like HTML between a browser and a web server. DOS, short for disk operating system, an early 16-bit operating system. Quantum teleportation does not refer to actual teleportation. In 2004, Japanese researchers performed the first successful complete quantum leap experiment. Suppose we have twin particles, photons in this case, A and B. Because they are twins, they have the property of symmetry. If one exhibits up spin, the other will exhibit down spin. This means that observing either particle allows one to know the state of the other. This is called entanglement. The state of an elementary particle photon cannot be confirmed until observed. For the experiment, we attach data C, the information we want to teleport, to photon A. We are now observing photon A through C. Based on the property of symmetry, we know that, no matter how far away it may be, photon B will change to match, eventually becoming BC. Note that photon B has not yet been observed. Afterwards, we send photon AC's information from A's observation equipment to B's observation equipment through standard transmission. Now observing photon B will change it to photon BC. This process is called quantum teleportation because data C changes position instantly. However, since one step requires using standard data transmission, it is impossible for the information to exceed the speed of light. Finally, photon BC's teleported data C is actually a copy of photon AC's data C. The whereabouts of the original photon C becomes unknown. This point differentiates quantum teleportation from actual teleportation. Crazy, I guess. But I refuse. A quotation from the popular manga JoJo's Bizarre Adventures on the internet. It is used frequently as a cool way to turn someone down. I forgot that that was a reference to JoJo's. Huh. Noradrenaline, a neurotransmitter secreted in the brain. Proper name, norepinephrine. Secreted when in an excited emotional state. That's why we love you. Full quote. That's why we love you. That's why we admire you. A quotation from the popular manga JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Used to express awe at someone's capabilities, often used sarcastically in reference to negative character traits such as pettiness. Mentor sponge, an example of a fractal structure. Take a cube and do the following. 1. For each side of the cube, cut a square hole in the center with a 1/9 of the area of the surface. Each side now has 8 squares. 2. For each of these 8 squares, cut a new hole with a 1/9 of the area of the square. 3. Repeat an infinite number of times. The result is a sponge-like structure whose surface area approaches infinity as its volume approaches 0. Crazy. Fractal structure. In geometry, a structure that demonstrates self-similarity. The smallest portion of a fractal structure will appear similar to the whole. Common examples of fractal structures are snowflakes and coastlines. Phase transition. A phase transition is what occurs when a substance changes from one state to another Examples include liquid to solid, freezing, liquid gas, evaporation, ferromagnetic, paramagnetic, and the vacuum phase transition. Odd-eyed, heterochromia iridis, a condition where the eyes are different colors. A trait often found in anime and manga characters. There usually isn't a reason for the character to be odd-eyed. It's mostly just for moe or coolness factor. True. By 68,000, a 16-bit PC sold in Japan in the late 1980s. Its peculiar twin tower case was dubbed Manhattan-shaped. Singularity. In astrophysics, a point of infinite gravity, singularities are predicted to exist at the center of black holes. However, since it's impossible to observe the interior of a singularity, the existence of such cannot be proven. In a black hole, the singularity is formed by the gravitational collapse of a dying star. For example, imagine a star millions of kilometers in diameter. Now imagine the entire star's mass compressed into this space smaller than the period at the end of this sentence. That's a singularity. In Japanese, please, nihongo de oke, a teasing phrase used online in message boards to tell an incomprehensible poster to please post comprehensibly. Chevy, fictional, an American automobile brand. Prepara, fictional, a popular SNS social network service website designated to facilitate easy communication between users. Mickey, an online system for the creation and compilation of hypertext documents on a web server. Reality Marble, a type of magecraft in which the user overwrites the world with a pocket dimension based on his or her emotional experience, often used in ordinary conversation to speak of couples flirting in public, immersed in their own world, not caring about the pain they're inflicting on others. There is a lot. Oh my god, I didn't realize I didn't click through a lot of these. I'm just gonna click through them. The Beast Chan. Honorifics. Sobbed new gen incidents. Wars. Yeah, it doesn't look like the phrase that I was thinking about is in here. Boo. Let's do this. As we return to the lab, I noticed a familiar woman fixing her bicycle in the front of the Brontube workshop. Dadu, his head filled with thoughts of hacking, went upstairs ahead of me. I stayed to observe the woman. What was this girl's name again? I think it was something like Aruma or Amore. Oh, right, Amane. Amane Suzaha. So, what do you guys do up there? I told you before that learning our secrets could put you and everyone you know in grave danger. You're called the Future Gadget Laboratory, right? Her grin before you walked away. How do you know that? I never told you. Wait, are you an organization spy? That's what it said on your mailbox. Oh. And lower my card. Why didn't she just say so? No, and now that you know, it's not like you can unknow. I'll give you the short explanation, but you must not tell the soul. We are the Future Gadget Laboratory, dedicated to defeating the evil organization that rules the world from the shadows. Wow. She sounds so impressed. Is the evil organization CERN? The little sound he made. Yep. Right. Oh, so I was right? Those guys really are a compatible lot, aren't they? Contemptible. Contemptible? Did you just say contemptible? I thought I was the only one who uses words like that in normal conversation. How did you know we were hacking into CERN? What? You're hacking them? Right now? Me and my big mouth. Just answer my question. How do you know about our business with CERN? Well, actually, I overheard you this afternoon. If you stand here, you can hear stuff from the window. The window. Come to think of it, it was open, and Daughter and I were talking loudly. Can you really hear us from here? I've only been working here for a day, but I've got a lot more free time than I expected. I've gone out 4 or 5 times today. Figured I'd reconnoiter in front of the store, see if I couldn't stop any customers. Reconnoiter? Is she some kind of secret agent? So that's when I heard you guys talking from the second floor. I got interested and looked it up online. Now I know all the rumors about CERN. Damn, we were careless. It looks like we need to close that window when we discuss sensitive matters from now on. What if we do that? The lab will turn into a scorching hell. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Anyway, you must not tell anyone else. Yeah, I understand. I'm actually tight-lipped, so don't worry. All is quiet inside the Braun Tube workshop. Mr. Braun's not here either. Where's the manager? He left right after he finished repairing your TV. He probably went to see the chipmunk. He disappears during business hours every now and then. Whenever I ask him where he's going, he always says something like, I'm picking up my beloved daughter from school, or my beloved daughter has a cold, with a huge grin on his face. Oh boy, new message. From Ferris. Original Sen level rising. Kyoma, when operating in the mundane world, you're supposed to be discreet, yeah? You don't want them to notice you. Remember, the summoning has taken 2,000 years to prepare. If it fails, everything will be ruined. Although I suppose that might make things interesting. See, what are the options? Akiba, part of the mundane world? Nonsense. This town has belonged to chaos for centuries, as it shall forevermore. Discreet. Are you suggesting that I, the great Hyoin Kyoma, run and hide? You risk my ire, cat girl. Other option? Is the trust still devoted to that fool's errand? Even if they manage to resurrect their messiah, humanity's faith is less than 70% of what it was in his time. Mankind doesn't have decrepit old gods to save them. Oh my. What are you scheming? I see. I think, actually, I will, save here, because this also might be the aforementioned Ferris thing that has a little split off. I like the 2000 option. There, that should do it. Mail set, yippee. So, here's the fixed TV. He said to charge 1,000 yen. Damn manager. I bet he gave it to us just so he could charge repair fees. Thanks for your patronage. Well, just take it away. By myself? Are you joking? Huh? Didn't you bring it here by yourself? Don't you know that it takes 10 times more effort to go upstairs than down? Defying gravity is no easy task, woman. I guess I can help, but... Oh, I see. It's already in the age where women do physical labor. I don't remember anyone asking for your help, honestly. Getting help from a girl like you would just hurt my pride. Oh boy. Wow. That was so manly. I may be falling for you. You think you could trick me like that? You're lying, aren't you? What makes you think that? It's one of my powers. Coloring gentleman. What does that even mean?
You have powers?
This power allows me to see through lies. Liars appear to glow red, then they die.
Are there a lot of espers like you?
Of course not. I am special.
Oh, you had me scared for a second there. But still, it's amazing that people like you exist. Maybe CERN is the reason there aren't more where I came from.
Oh boy.
By the way, does the ability to see through lies have any combat application at all? If it were me, I'd want perfect accuracy within 1,000 meters, or ultra-fast reflexes that let me tear my enemy's limbs off before they can react.
Blinks. Hello. What the hell is she talking about? Is she a survival game otaku? No, wait, don't tell me. You're an organization assassin, aren't you? You must be the one they call Miss Golga. Who hired you?
Nobody hired me. What's a Golgo?
Your confusion is suspicious. This ringtone is starting to piss me off. It's most likely from that male demon's shining finger.
Why the frown? Did he get a death notice?
A what?
Just wondering.
And what the hell is a death notice anyway? Do those even exist?
What I meant to ask was if you got some unpleasant news.
You could say that. This girl is hard to get a handle on. I really shouldn't let my guard down around her. And there's this woman who's obsessed with finding an IBM 5100.
An IBM 5100?
You know about them? The message.
Okape-kun. I want you to reply to me already. I've been waiting, you know. Now please tell me the super hacker's address when you can. If you don't get cracking, someone else might get to the IBM 5100 first. Moika. Oh. Yeah.
I see. So the IBM 5100 legend is famous, huh? Maybe that retro PC is more popular with female otaku than I thought.
Yeah, that's it. I heard the urban legend from someone. How much do you know about it?
I actually tried looking for an IBM 5100, but then I came to the conclusion that there isn't one in Akiba.
I see. Well, that's true.
You sound like you know something.
Well, I do and I don't, I guess. I don't know about it personally, but I happen to hear about it from a knowledgeable acquaintance of mine, or something like that.
Who are you?
I was thinking of giving you a bunch of interesting information on the IBM 5100. But when you look at me like that, I don't feel like it anymore.
I'm not even interested in the IBM 5100. I'm more concerned with CERN right now. Solving one of Akiba's mysteries won't topple the organization's regime, after all.
Take that without a yawn in the middle of it, hopefully.
Solving one of Akiba's mysteries won't topple the organization's regime, after all. You don't have a shred of credibility. I have no way of knowing if that interesting information of yours is true or not.
Wow, that's harsh. Well, I admit I am acting kinda suspicious. I won't tell you, but I'll give you a hint. And then, you'll arrive in agony when you can't figure it out.
Her little smug face. That's cute. Right, where's the button to clear? Cutely takes a screenshot. Where did my cursor go?
The truth is, the IBM 5100 has a hidden function.
A hidden function. That reminds me. I'm pretty sure the John Titor from 2000 said something like that. I searched through my memories. If I remember correctly, the IBM 5100 can do something or other with the proprietary programming language.
No way! How did you know? Tell me, tell me!
I only vaguely remembered, but it looks like I hit the mark. It's another one of my powers. Leading question. I can read your heart of hearts.
What? No fair.
I see everything. Amane Suzaha. Resistance is futile.
Anyway, the IBM 5100 has a hidden function. It can decipher IBM's proprietary programming language, which was written before APL and BASIC became widespread. Isn't that surprising?
John Titor did say something like that 10 years ago, and right after that, an IBM engineer officially admitted to that function's existence.
And now it's a dead programming language, and it can only be deciphered with an IBM 5100.
The reason Titor traveled to 1975 to obtain an IBM 5100 was because he needed that function. Maybe Moika wants to use it too. Or maybe not. Shiny Finger doesn't seem like the type you'd know about that sort of function.
That's why IBM 5100s are so rare.
So IBM 5100s are super rare. Maybe if I got one, I could sell it for a high price. That could be a good way to raise research funds. But first, I have to deal with CERN. I wrapped up my conversation with Suzaha and made my way up to the stairs to the lab where, seeing Daru hacking away, I took a quick nap. Honk shoo me 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 me. It's now 5:30. By the time I wake up, a few hours have passed. A refreshing breeze blows in, softly brushing my cheek. That is exactly where I left him before I fell asleep. He's sitting in exactly the same position. Not much has changed besides his typing speed. Oh, and now he's muttering to himself. I guess he hasn't had any success at hacking yet. Oh boy, new message. From Luka Ko. Subject.
I made sweets. I baked cookies today. I had everyone in my family eat some and got their seal of approval. Would it be okay if I baked some for your lab friends, Master? Oh, and it would be great if you could teach me more techniques of Samidari whenever you have time. Yes, I managed 10 practice swings today.
Let's see what our reply options are. Cookies. Well done. We warmly welcome your refreshments. In fact, you can come cook for us every day if you want. I'll even provide you with a maid uniform. Family. You sure get along with your family. How many family members do you have anyway? Dota keeps insisting that Shrine Maidens should come in pairs, please. And then time. You mustn't depend on me. Remember, all things come to an end. Every meeting heralds a parting. I can't hide from the organization forever, and the seal on my arm grows weaker by the day. When I'm gone, you'll have to take care of yourself. I like the cookies option. It's funny. There, that should do it. Yippee. I take out a cold dock pee from the fridge and quench my thirst. Drink your dock pee if you have one. Refreshing duck tea. Then I kick back on the sofa and start browsing at channel on my phone. And what perfect timing. Twitter is currently posting of the thread. Yippee. From Twitter himself. Endeavor, Wheeler model is correct. Please look it up to learn more. It seems you're all still clinging to preconceived notions of time. Time does not simply run from past to future like a car on a one-way street. To be more specific, the laws of causality do not allow contradictions to occur. If the result of an event, the effect is changed, the event itself, with cause, also changes to prevent a paradox. That's why there are so few people who can observe changes in divergence. Divergence being the world line's percent difference from the standard. Die troll. He claimed to be a time travel without any proof. Stock trends, please. I'm counting on you, Mr. Time Traveler. Could he go, hon? If you can't observe changes in divergence, then how can you possibly measure it? Oh, I know. Your time machine has a magical device that measures it for you. Lol, 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 lol. Oh, and you still haven't explained how a research institution conquers the world. Details blocks. Oh no, humanity is doomed. What has science done? .jpeg. Lol. Noob's responding seriously to troll thread. This Twitter's guy is a shitty troll. Kill him. Don't you people have anything to offer besides insults? How about contributing to the discussion, plebeian scum? If you assume that time doesn't flow in a straight line, then the idea of time travel is much easier to swallow. In such a scenario, a time machine traveling to the past doesn't need to fight against the flow of time. I say Titter's points have merit. By the way, Titter, I'd like to know more about CERN. What can you tell us about the current activities? Tell me which horse wins the next Emperor's Cup. I'll bet my entire life savings. Ever Wheeler model equals many worlds interpretation. Basically, that means parallel worlds. What's with all the stupid name tags? The Xiao and Kyoma is more annoying than Titter. You call yourself John Titter, but you're fluent in Japanese. Writing in English should at least make it seem more realistic. Anonymous here has not heard of Alias. Can I ask you a favor, Titter-san? My mom died last year in the Shibuya earthquake. If I stop my mom from leaving home, then I can undo her death. So please lend me your time machine. Oof. Could you go on again? You're gonna believe this time traveler? Lol, without proof? Are you an idiot? Go for the jugular, lol. Preconceived notions or not. Since we can only experience time in a linear fashion, it's only natural to believe that that's the way it works. And the start never fails to deliver. How does it feel to be called scum by a guy with a name like Yomi Lamau? Could he go out of the stickiness of a virgin? What does that mean? Thank you for the new topic to T29. Breaking news, 2010 will be over in 4 months. Lol, lol, lol. Time's gotta be a one-way street. I don't know anything about time travel or the concepts behind it, but I feel like the many worlds interpretation makes sense. Time machine usage fee, 500 yen per ride. Does this count as verbal abuse? John can't debate to save his life. Hey, don't push Professor Titter. He's working hard to come up with a story right now. Will the infinitely diverged worlds converge somehow? Isn't Hyomi Kyoma supposed to be John Titter's friend, or is he a foe? Maximum Chuni power, Lamau. Only the chosen one can observe the divergence. Cool story, bro. Convergence isn't inevitable. Maybe things will just keep expanding and expanding. The time machine only costs 500 yen a ride? Now that's a bargain, lol. John Titter's obviously an alias. At least one Anon here has a brain cell. I'm gonna borrow the time machine, okay? From what I gather, it seems relatively easy to change history. Waiting for the curtain to be pulled back on this troll. Explain why there's a porn mag in the rice field in 10 words or less. So the parent-killing paradox can't occur. I wonder if history as we know it is completely different from the original. Please let me borrow the time machine too. I want to get myself a better face. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? The flow of time is often compared to a river, but according to Titter, it seems more like a lake. Johnson can observe the changes. Only 500 yen will ride too, LMFAO. I'm gonna go back in time to become a famous light novelist. I'm gonna plagiarize the fuck out of my favorite authors, but I won't be stealing if I get published first. It's possible that I was never even born in our original history. Stop, but that's real threatening to 246. Absolutely disgusting. So what's a world line anyway? I just want money, that's so real. Awesome tuning vocabulary, laws of causality, dragon slayer, anatomy. Antinomy? Actually? Antinomy, what is, huh? I shall lend you the time machine for your noble cause, said John Titter. However, you must be good-looking. Tell us more about the machine that measures divergence. If I could get my hands on the time machine, I'd make sure I got born into a rich family. You must be good-looking, huh? Well, rip me all of them out. The power of money is incredible. But that's all subjective to 279. Living is hard. I'm also curious about CERN's sudden heel turn. Hey guys, life isn't all about money. Just 90% of it. Life is a crappy game. Is CERN yandere? I can live without weak ones. Is deja vu's related to divergence? Just a gang of mad scientists. Let's say they do create a time machine. It would be dangerous for any single nation to take control of it, so they probably decided to control it themselves. Power corrupts, and what has more power than a time machine? Sorry for being human garbage, lol. You claim that time isn't linear, so please let me know how to go back in time, without a time machine. Someone learned to stop worrying and love the H-bomb. Links. Money is power. It'd be dangerous for any nation to get their hands on the time machine. What's this world's divergence rate? If worlds converge with other worlds, then I might still have a chance to turn my life around. Power changes people. All nations are bastards, Lamau. Nab, so true though. Your memories will be rewritten the moment it converges, dude, lol. Time is money, they say. Even respected organizations have scumbags working for them. Humans are fucked the moment the first time machine is complete. It would be in the best interest for needs for the worlds to not converge. Cicada bombs, oh dear. Time Senpai has noticed this a little too much. Maybe CERN was my yandere little sister this whole time. 14 out of 10 people are complete scum nowadays. Titter, oh my god. Paragraph. It sounds like you're larky indifferent to the fact that time is not a one-way street. This proves that most of you are still clinging to their preconceived notions. Your resistance to change, from my perspective, is deeply concerning. I think I realize now how this dystopia came to be. Every time a significant event changes the divergence rate, the past is rewritten according to the law of causality in order to prevent contradictions. For example, let's say we move to World Line B. In World Line B, this internet formed at Shanville, and tragically never existed. But to move to the new world line, your memories of reading and posting on this forum would be erased and replaced with memories of other actions. In other words, changing the present creates ripples that change the past. I already covered CERN yesterday. If I were to add anything, I would suggest that you take what they say with a grain of salt. They have already succeeded in creating micro black holes. Kyoing Kyoma replying to Kuri Gohan. I desire only to quench my intellectual thirst. Unlike you close-minded fools, I will reserve the judgment until after I've heard what Titter has to say. And then I will make contact with Titter and acquire his time machine for myself. The great mad scientist, Kyoing Kyoma, will have the last laugh. Suck it, sleazebags. Anonymous again. Some of these talk prices are fucking die. I won't believe you until you tell me. Cutie Gohan. That's not reconstructing the world, you idiot. That's altering people's memories. Who the hell can alter the memory of nearly 6.7 billion people? Don't you realize how stupid that sounds? I think I would have noticed if someone went and screwed with my brain. And what does any of that have to do with the many worlds interpretation? Do some research, lol. Micro black holes, lol lol lol. Wait, the future's a wasteland? That means I can be a road warrior and ride a mod buggy, right? I'm gonna go get me a mohawk. Anyone where I can buy a spike shoulder pads? I checked CERN's homepage. It says they've been experimenting since 2009. Can they really make black holes? What the hell is gonna happen? Does Hitter have a mohawk? God, that's fucking way. Are you implying our brains make the world? Are you saying the universe is a giant tree and we're the branches or something? That's some evil level bullshit right there. Go back to 2036. Titter again. Is this how you reply to a specific person? Thank you for showing me. Reconstruction of the timeline and alteration of people's memories. I think they're essentially the same thing. Why are you so intent on saying they're different? With a few exceptions, nobody can keep their memories across road lines. They're reconstructed along with everything else when divergence changes. What's a road warrior? So Halloween is just another loser who wanted to get a hold of the time machine. Fucking lol. So this is the official form of the apocalypse. Yeah. Well, your face is deeply concerning from my perspective. John Titor is so trash. We have fun here, sure. Now July 31st, and 8 AM in the morning. 19 hours have passed since Dodgy started hacking. Night gives way to a refreshing summer morning. Dodo hasn't slept in about 68 hours, but he still won't get off the computer. That's a long time without sleep, buddy. I curl up a bit and turn my attention back to @channel. John Titor post. Life in 2036 is very different from what it is today. Most people live on farms, growing their own food. All forms of commerce and communication are restricted. There's no travel, no internet, no railroad even. Most people never see another town, let alone a city. Science continues to advance, of course, but the vast majority of people do not benefit from that progress. Technology belongs only to those chosen by CERN, the Committee of 300. It's very peaceful, at least on the surface. There's none of the conflict you see in this era. And there's no war? How is that even possible? How did CERN resolve the situation in the Middle East? What have you got against world peace? Sounds to me like CERN's doing humanity a favor. This guy stole a time machine from CERN, didn't he? He's the bad guy here, trying to fire terrorist scum. Titor again. The world is in 2036 is governed by CERN. All nations, even America, have disbanded their armies. To put it simply, civilization has returned to an 18th century level of technology and exists under a communist system of government. Except now, that system works flawlessly. Right now, you should be asking yourselves, how is that possible? How does a system of government that collapsed in the 20th century exist without any discontent? The answer to that question is the reason I am here. Yes, I am a terrorist. There are others like me who fight against CERN. We think of ourselves as the resistance, but there's no denying that our actions are a kind of terrorism. Anyway, I want to hear more about the many worlds interpretation. You said it's been proven by 2036. How? I knew you were a terrorist. How many have you murdered? What if my kids are among them? Maybe I really should kill your father. Protect the future. Stop beating around the bush. Give us answers. You're one of those old men who participated in the student riots, aren't you? Filled your head with a bunch of bullshit, now you can't tell facts from fiction, am I right? Delicious nationalist tears, lol lol lol. CERN probably figured it out. They got a time machine to experiment with, right? Kill me, kill me. That would make you no better than Titor. If you're willing to face the consequences, then go right ahead. Titor, question. Did World War III take place as scheduled? Why did you come to this particular time? Did you find an IBM 5100? Is John Titor plugging for the commies? I thought that went out of style years ago. I thought Titor was crazy, but this Young guy is even crazier. Get a room, guys, lol. World War III, Lamau. Isn't there supposed to be an IBM 5100 in Akiba? Titor again. As I explained previously, my purpose for traveling to this era is to change the future. Twisting on this form is my way of sounding an alarm. While it may be meaningless after the world lines converge, I just need to get the information out there. What do you mean by World War III? Is this something I said in another world line? I'd like to speak with you more. If you can send me an email, I'd be sure to reply. I'm happy to accept emails from people other than Hyomin too, as long as they are serious inquiries. I'll post my email address here again. Johntitor at egweb.net.jp. Get out and stay out, scum. Pretty gutsy leaving your email address in a trash place like this. I like it. I have a lot of questions too, so I'll write to you someday. You and me are gonna be BFFs, Titor. He ran away, lol. Alright, Daddy's gonna write you a serious email, psych. Hey, quit it, you guys. You sent him enough titty pics. Titor-kun's gonna get a hard on. This site is now officially Hyomin's watch list. Get out while you can. My discussions with John Titor aren't making any sense. Weren't, rather. Past tense. No, I don't expect you to believe that came from 2036, blah 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 blah. Scroll all the way down. Time travel established as a legit business. I figured time machines were way out in the future. Though Titter's not a bone, he probably is tired from all the time traveling. Titter, do you actually time travel to where you want to be? Blah 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 blah. So far, Titter's only believer is 605. Sure says a lot. Titter, lol, time travel from 2036. Turn takes over the world. Not even Titter himself seems to know about the Titter from 10 years ago. He uses stippler centers and curl black holes, right? Gone, the Chuny was here. This is a surprise as that many people are at this age already know my time machine. Did Titter really appear 10 years ago? Sauce? Even in 2034, time travel would be impossible. I want to know the book title too. Blah 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 blah. He only needs to shut up, lol. I never heard of any Titter from 10 years ago, lol. It's hard to imagine that everyone at Channel is conspiring against me. I mean, it is at Channel, though, at the same time. But how else can I explain it? As I explained previously, my purpose of traveling to this area is to change the future. Blah 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 blah. Out of options, I decided to email Titter directly, just as he told me to. He audaciously exposed his own address on @channel. I guess that's his way of saying, bring it on. In my email, I questioned the differences between his post now and his post 10 years ago. The current Titter hasn't even acknowledged the latter. In 2015, World War III breaks out, many people die. By 2036, the world is a nuclear wasteland. John Titter travels to 1975 to obtain an IBM 5100. The IBM 5100 was necessary to revive technology lost in World War III. The IBM 5100 has a hidden function, the ability to read IBM's proprietary computer language which predates APL and BASIC. But only certain IBM engineers are aware of that function, so it does not appear in the manual. In 1998, Titter meets his younger self and his parents in America. John Titter was a soldier who volunteered for this mission. John Titter is an American. Furthermore, in 2000, Titter correctly predicted the outcomes of some future events. The Peruvian coast earthquake in 2001, the election of a new pope, the outbreak of an Iraq war, China's advances in space, and so forth. Though he only talked vaguely about each one, they all came true. On the other hand, other predictions went unfulfilled. For example, the Y2K bug, Civil War in America, the cancellation of the Beijing Olympics, the inauguration of America's first female president in 2009, and so forth. There's more, but let's leave those aside for now. I decided to ask him why those predictions didn't come true. Alright, let's send it now. This is your litmus test, John Titter. Show me your true colors. Mayuri. Bean. Oh, new message. Skyclad 2010? Ah, that's from Suzaha. Should I reply? Subject, greetings. This is Lamane Suzaha. First email. Thanks for exchanging addresses with me yesterday. I finally made a friend here. Yay. Don't worry, I won't email you too much, and I might be slow to reply too. I'm kinda new at this email thing. It's okay to laugh at me. Let's see. First one. That wasn't an exchange. You took my address by force. I had no choice but to submit. Where were you living before, or haven't you used cell phones much? I like the exchanging addresses reply better. That wasn't an exchange. You took my address by force. I had no choice but to submit. Silly. Good morning. Mayuri. Her slippers are silly. What are you doing here so early?
Well, I heard you guys had stayed up 2 nights in a row, so I brought you some goodies.
Welcome in, Skullbook, by the way. Excellent. Good job. It wasn't really 2 nights in a row, thanks to my afternoon nap yesterday, but she was counting.
Ta-da! Candodin! It's a present from Mayushi. They're 270 yen each, so savor it, okay?
I've been getting tired of eating bananas and chicken lately. Buy these instead from now on.
But Mayushi doesn't have enough pocket money to splurge like this all the time. And Mayushi loves bananas and chicken, so she'll keep buying them. But wait, there's more. Ta-da! Rhinette sausage! It comes with an Upa bottle cap as a bonus. I really wanted it, so I bought it.
Silly. Something tells me that in a few months' time, this lab will be neck deep in Upa goods. The Upa pillow looks so silly from this POV. It's more shaped than usual. And there are only a few things right now, like the cushion on the sofa, but that number is sure to grow exponentially.
So how's Daruku?
He's in the midst of a hard fight. He should at least rest a little. Never said he had to do it all at once.
Darukun's super hacker spirit is on fire.
It's not hacker, it's hacker, you dumbass! Boom, headshot!
He sure is tense.
Mayuri and I evacuate to the rooftop to eat the Odin.
But isn't hacking bad? Mayushi doesn't want you to do bad things.
I would be a fool to let Daru's super hacker skills go to waste. Incidentally, it looks like hackers hijacked CERN's system back in 2008. We found news articles about it online. That means even the inventors of the World Wide Web have holes in their security. CERN gossip and cracking. With their skills, Daru should have no trouble getting through. Besides, we're doing this to expose CERN's wrongdoings. This is a war against the dark forces that secretly rule the world.
Bad things are bad.
I need to change the subject. Mayuri, I want to trade my sweet potatoes for your beef.
If you want to trade, I'd rather have your quail egg.
Don't be ridiculous. Next to beef, quail eggs are my favorite.
But Mayushi likes quail eggs too.
Settle for my chikuwa.
Okay. Chikuwa's better than sweet potatoes.
Subject change complete. Mayuri really eats up conversations about food. It's so easy to manipulate her. Soon. If I can just get the SQL table, I'll have more than enough passwords. You're no match for me. It looks like things are falling into place. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes, yes. Wow. You can't hide from me, you naughty thing, you. How does it feel to be naked? Oh, yes. Yes! Matching ID and password. Login complete. Hell yeah. Taste it. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Some of the sounds he makes is like competing with the tea kettle. What enthusiasm. Did you get it? Mission complete. Really?
Wow, that's amazing. I don't really get it though.
I love my idea. So, did you find out how they're planning to destroy the world?
Yeah.
I haven't looked yet, man. All I did was get us connected. But it's all downhill from here. I'm sorry if you're tired, but please start checking. The keys to this conspiracy have got to be in there. Yeah, I'll do it. Dodo dances his mouse around the screen, continues hacking to discern. And the question is who this password belongs to.
Why is that?
I went into CERN's database and got a data table. From there, I focused on people with simple passwords like 11111 and ABCDEFGH to get my hands on an ID. Are there really people with passwords like ABCDEFGH, please? It'd be awesome if this turns out to be the server admin's logon, but I don't think we're that lucky.
In Japanese, please.
Same. Basically, if this is the server admin's password, we can taste every inch of CERN's luscious flesh. But if it's just an ordinary researcher's password, then we can only see CERN's poops. You'd think not, but yeah, I know. Unfortunately, people don't exactly pick the best passwords. Apparently, one of the most common phone passcodes is 2580, just because you can like just go straight down and have a 4 combo that way. I think the reverse is common too, but yeah. People be lazy, but I don't have a much better phone passcode. I'm not gonna disclose what it is, but it's not exactly genius.
Daru-kun, that's naughty.
But the erotic examples. Basically, you mean there'll be limits to what information we can access. Exactly. Anyway, it's only a matter of time before I get a server admin's password. Let's save that for later. I'm really sleepy now. It'd be cruel to push Daru any further. Oh, looks like our D belongs to an accelerator division chief. So it's not a server admin. It would take a miracle to get one on our first try. How many staff members do you think CERN has?
How many?
Over 6,000. That many. Well, for now, let's look at this accelerator division chief. His name is... Jack. Let's look at his email log. And of course, the emails come up in English.
Oh no, that makes Mahayashi's head hurt.
It's pathetic to flinch at the mere sight of English. Daru. What does that say? Need to translate it. This is a job for Dr. Excite. Nah, I got a better idea. Looks like a New Year's greeting. Something about going on vacation in Spain. Lucky bastard. My email's normal. Nothing out of the ordinary. If we keep scouring the log like this, we can also identify the server manager.
You know, Looking through someone else's email without permission makes me feel really
ご
guilty.
めんなさいって気持ちになる。
I abandoned guilt when I chose the path of evil long ago. Let the responsibility be mine. I will not ask you to answer for my crimes. I like that he posed by the door and then immediately went back to bang on Daru's shoulder. What a guy! I told Okurin to me in the butt. Huh? I know you said you're bi earlier, but goddamn. I don't remember that. I decline your offer. No, get peeking, Daru.
覗き見るのだ。
オカリンって笑い
Okanin,
んだ。
you're bad. You make Mayushi
悲しい
sad.
です
That's of no concern to me. Upon further examination, we discover... Not a line you remembered either, that's fair. We discover several emails with the title Experiment Report. LHC Experiment Reports? There could be a hint about time machines in there. We should try reading them.
開いてみるべきだろう。
これ見たら
This is definitely a
やばそ
crime,
うだけど
though.
な。
And that's what his lips say, but his hand still clicks on the email. What comes up is an unintelligible series of symbols.
これ
This is
暗号化されてる。
encrypted. Of course it is not simple.
ま、この
Well,
程度の
hacking this should be a piece of
暗号とは絵でもないがな。
In less than 10 minutes, Daru had decoded the email.
えっと
Let's see here.
はいポール
Hi, Paul.
そういう演技
That's
は無
acting
用だ。
completely unnecessary.
サイですか
Aww.
今日付の実験
Uploaded
データを
today's
サーバーにア
data
ップ
to
して
the
おいた。
server. The LHC is performing admirably. Can't say the same about the rest, though.
LHC はだがこいつはまるで
This
猫みたいに
baby's
気
fickle
ま
as
ぐ
a
れだが
cat, but it was surprisingly obedient this
驚くほど
month.
素直だ。
It would be great if it stayed like this forever.
しかし報われない
But don't you think this work is unrewarding?
この子猫
This kitten, this 27 kilometer long kitten, has been in operation for 9 years. Our research will change the course of history. Yet only a small group of people are allowed to see it. Of course, if it were ever officially released, it would be one hell of a scandal. People would probably say something like, call Robert Zemeckis to CERN right away. He could rebuild it in less than a year.
9年。
9 years. Calm down. Let's sort things out.
今のメール。
Do you think there were any translation errors in that email?
翻訳ソフトを信じる
If
な
you
ら
trust the
ミスはないんじゃね
translation software, then that's what it says. The Japanese is strange in places, though.
だとしたら妙な
But
こと
that
だ。
doesn't make sense.
LHC が
I
稼
thought the
働開始した
LHC
の
was only put into
去年の
operation
春ぐらいだっ
around
たはずだ。
spring last year.
だが
Well, the SEMA makes it sound like it's been in
9年
operation
前か
for
ら稼
9
働していたと
years.
読み取れる。
おかしいな
That is strange. The email send date is this year, 2010. So 9 years ago makes it 2001. John Titter posted this on @channel yesterday. He posted a white screen. Oh, there it goes. It sounds like you're largely indifferent to the fact that time is not a one-way street. The only other thing I can say is that you must not believe their lies. They have already succeeded at creating micro black holes. If you read between the lines of this email, it sounds like they're doing some sort of secret experiment. Also, Robert Zemeckis is a super famous Hollywood movie director. He directed a trilogy of smash hit time travel movies about 20 years ago. I groaned. No way. Was I right? Stern's hiding a major secret from the world. And it's related to time travel?
ダル、
Keep looking,
もっと調べてくれ。
Dadu. Search for anything related to
タイムマ
time
シン研
machine
究の痕跡を探す
research.
んだ。
マジでか。
Seriously? I don't know if Dadu is questioning my order or the possibility that Stern might be researching time travel. Either way, he begins tapping on the keyboard again. There aren't any emails with the phrase time machine in them. But the phrase Z program was used hundreds of times in the past few months. Do you think it could be about the current LHC experiments?
その具体的な
What is it specifically?
ブラック
Black
ホー
hole
ルの生成
formation
実験
experiments? Let's try looking for a document.
見つけた。
Ah, found one.
ほほ
Oh,
なんか
looks like this is top secret stuff from France, England, and Holland.
国家最高機
Government
密
secrets.
セルンは
So it's not even a government organization. So why?
つうか国家機
Wait,
密
should we be looking at this stuff?
さすがにま
It
ず
might
い
be in a little deep here.
構わん。
I don't care.
詳細を
Get
調べ
me
ろ。
details.
いやいや
Hold on. If we get caught, we're not getting off with an apology.
お前はハッキング
Are
で
you
足
so
が
incompetent as to let
つ
yourself be traced?
そうならな
I
い
took the necessary precautions.
だったら
Then I fail to see the
ない
problem.
そりゃどうも
No, thanks. Dada makes a slightly awkward face as he takes the file about the Z program and feeds it into the translation software.
5月14日第137次 Z プログラム実験レポート
Huh? No game with the change in framing? I'm confused. What do you mean? May 14th, 137th Z program experiment report.
なお
Because we have already succeeded at creating many black holes, the report is emitted. First.
第一に
Stop!
Stop! All of a sudden, Tudor's prediction became a reality.
やはりセルン
So Stern did use the LHC to generate many black
ホール生
holes.
成に成功していたのだ。
公式には
But they announced that their experiments still haven't succeeded, so why? This is what Tudor was referring to when he posted, "Don't believe what they say."
そもそも
But the goal of the experiment wasn't even to generate many black holes. It was to create new elementary particle reactions. The way it zoomed out in the room during that conversation. Ah.
だが実際には
But
す
in
でに
reality,
ミニブラック
they're
ホール
already
が生成され
generating
ている
those many black holes.
みたい
Sure does seem like it.
その先には
What does it say
何と書い
next?
てある。
実験結果
Results.
エラー
Error. Human is dead. Mismatch. For details, consult Jellyman's report number 14.
リフターの調整
We've proposed that further experiments be halted until the lifter is perfected and all local field conformity points are
実
online.
験は停止するべきと提案する
What does that mean?
ヒューマン
Human is dead. Wait, somebody
人が死ん
died,
だって意
right?
味じゃね
What? Somebody died? Seriously? I'm not afraid. I'm not. After all, I'm the insane mad scientist, Yorin Kyoma. We can't stop now. I can't control my curiosity. Besides, now that I have proof of their evil deeds, ignoring it would just leave a bad taste in my mouth.
ゼリーマンズレポ
Now,
ー
what
ト
is this Jellyman's
というのは何
report?
だ
I can't find it in Jack's email. We'll need an account with more privileges.
パスを手に入れないと
ではそれは後
Then
回
we'll
し
save that for next time.
タイムマシン
Search for something related to time machines.
さすがに出て
You know we're not gonna find anything, right? After that, Daru spends about 15 minutes fishing through the Accelerator Division's chief's email, but he doesn't find anything about time machines. Words like Accelerator Technical Committee and LHC Project Lead came up, so I guess we should look for an ID from there. Maybe then we can get more information. You can't look it up with ID you have. Daru shakes his head. Well, I guess let's call it a day. By the way, what we just saw was Stern's biggest server, but I also found a strange database on the network. Strange, how? It was buggy. Buggy? I mean, it was full of some kind of code. But the code was gibberish, utterly impossible to decode. Thank you very much. Could it be encrypted? Not by any algorithm I've ever seen. It wouldn't even work as a program. It just bothers me. Why would they have a database that nobody could ever use? That is strange. I'll see what I can find out. Daru tried every trick in the book to crack that mystery database, but after about an hour of furious typing... I don't get it. I don't get it at all! You called this a program, dumbass? Go to hell! His little screech, hello? Oh great, he snapped.
I think you should stop.
My head is spinning. I can't take it anymore. Maybe I'm pushing him too far. He's been up 2 days straight. He's probably at his limit. Good work. Go rest, Daru. Yeah, I'll do that. Anyway, even if it isn't a bug, but an actual program, only the guys who made it could understand it. I've never seen anything like it. A program unlike anything has seen. Ugh. It's from John Titter. Did he reply to the email I sent him earlier? I haven't told anyone about the IVF charges. Don't you can retain my mission before the reconstruction. I hope. Of course. Everything is falling into place.
What you talking about?
John Titter, sir, the time machine. These things are all connected. And now, I have another piece of the puzzle. Daru. I think I know how we can read that program. Seriously? How? I aim my phone's camera at the screen displaying the supposedly bug data and take a picture. I attach it to a message. Does this code look familiar? And send it to Titter. A mysterious database inside CERN, a program unlike anything Super Hacker Daru has ever seen. Its true form is... If my hunch is correct, John Titter should know. What? There's no way. Say what you like. We'll know soon enough. Though it's only been a few minutes, it feels like an eternity to me. It's here. I quickly opened the mail. From John Titter, subject. Where do you find that? That's written in a proprietary IBM programming language used prior to 1975. You can only decipher it with an IBM 5100. Just as I expected. Oh. I was right, Daru. I know where that data comes from. An IBM 5100. The Retro PC has a certain special function. In fact, for more than 25 years after it went to market in 1975, nobody knew of it save a few IBM engineers. That function was first brought to light by John Titor, who appeared in 2000. A while after Titor posted about it, an actual IBM engineer admitted to the hidden function's existence. Which reminds me, I talked to Suzaha about this only yesterday.
We can also decipher IBM's proprietary programming language, which was written before APL and BASIC became widespread. Isn't that surprising? And now it's a dead programming language, only decipherable with an IBM 5100.
What an incredible coincidence. A prime example of synchronicity at work. It's almost like an almighty will is pulling the strings. No, I say. This discovery of ours was inevitable from the start. For this is the choice of Steins gates. Wait, so CERN has an IBM 5100 database? Those machines aren't compatible with any modern software. Why would they do something like that? Answer me this. What is the best way to secure a machine against external cracking? Well, make it stand alone, of course. If only IBM 5100s can read it, then I guess that's kind of standalone. Which means that CERN's keeping their most important secrets hidden there. How do you know about that hidden function anyway? It is regarded in my brain's extensive index librarium prohibitorum. Titor said it himself 10 years ago, but Daughter wouldn't believe me if I told him the truth. Very original. I ignore Daughter's retort. Mayuri, we have important matters to discuss. Assemble!
I can hear you fine from here.
It doesn't matter where you can hear or not. Whether you can hear or not. This meeting concerns the fate of the future gadget laboratory. Nay, the fate of mankind. So I want it to feel more secretive, like we're scheming or something. It's important that we stare closely at the monitor and exchange dramatic lines. The atmosphere right now is too light. It's all Mayuri's fault.
Mayoshi won't participate in your evil schemes.
Well, I can't have everything my way. Listen, you two. Henceforth, the Future Gadget Laboratory shall begin emergency top secret operations. This is a screenshot. This shall be the first stage in our war against the dark powers that manipulate the world from the shadows. Our enemy is CERN, the scientific institute engaged in the most evil research imaginable. Look at you. You're too loud, and I've been up all night. Crap, I guess I am being too loud. And that kind of ruins the whole secret feeling. The window's open too. If Suzaha is down below, I'm sure she can hear everything. Understand? Well, the world has no need for two mad scientists before they can get ahead of us. We must outwit them. Who are they? You know, them.
Mayoshi doesn't get it at all.
Basically, we must obtain the Phantom Retro PC, the IBM 5100, said to be located somewhere in Akiba. I make a magnificent declaration, but Dadu just rubs his eyes, and Mayuri's focus returns to her book. Damn it, is there anything you guys react to? We've uncovered a massive conspiracy here. How come you aren't excited?
僕探すのは
I'll
パ
pass on the search.
マジで
I'm
寝させ
seriously
てよ
tired.
それとセブンの中をもっと
I
探
wanna
りたい
keep
件に
coming
ついて
certain server.
そうだったな。
And that's true.
まあ
Ma. You're the only one who can do
だ
that,
けなのだ
Dottie.
から
So I'll leave it
じゃあ
to you.
任せる。では
So, the IBN 5100 investigation squad shall consist of Mayuri and me.
無理だ
I
よ
can't.
コス作り
I
も
had to
ある
make
し
costumes.
バイト
And I have
もあ
work
るもん
too.
She says that, but she certainly seems relaxed. So basically, you two are telling me this. I'm the only one with free time.
いいだろう。
Fine. I'll manage
でも俺
alone
が何とかする。
somehow. It's useless to try and stop me.
や
Understood?
り方に口出しは無用だ。わかったな。
また何か
Are you going to do something
悪
bad
いことし
again?
ようとしてる
いや
Nah,
口だけ
he's
じゃ
all
ね
talk. I leave my useless comrades behind and stride gallantly out of the lab. I think I'm gonna take a break after this current scene. I descend the stairs and step out onto the street. Only for a bicycle to barrel toward me from the direction of Kumurabashi, Dori. Dramatically skid to stop right in front of me. Oh, hydrate will do.
Hi, Uncle Barrentero.
なかなかのテク
Pretty nice technique there.
自転車って
Bicycles are
本
fun,
当楽しいよ
aren't
ね
they?
私
I never ridden
自
one
転車乗るの
before.
この町に来てからが初めてでさ
初めて
You never ridden a bicycle?
そう
Nope. I had ridden motorcycles before, though.
A little smug smile. I can't help but be restless. Every time my mind almost settles, it's filled within thoughts of the curious microwave experiments of the future gadget laboratory.
今からバイ
I'm
ト。
going to work now.
Yep.
The Rontia workshop shutters are open, but the shop itself never opens until around 11 or 12. I don't know exactly when. It seems to change with Mr. Braun's mood.
ちょうどよかった。
And that's perfect. And there's something we need to talk about.
Eh?
これ
But
から
I need to
開
get to
店
the
準備
shop.
しなきゃいけ
I
ない
need to
んだ
get the
よ
shop
ね
ready for business.
このオンボロ
Just what does this
ドラマの家に
crumbly old
何を準備す
Rontia
ることがあ
workshop
る
need to get ready?
ないね
Nothing really.
店
Jeez.
の前をチラ
I
チラ
just mindlessly sweep in front of the shop.
中は掃除
If I
しよう
clean
とする
inside,
と
the boss
店長
gets
が怒るし
angry. Everything's
こ
where
れ
it
が
needs
完
to
璧
be,
な
he
配置なんだ
says.
よって
So he's paying her to not clean?
ならば
So hear me out
話を
then.
させてもらおう。
今すぐじゃ
Does
ない
it have
と
to be
ダメ
right
な
now?
感じ
My glare is not very effective. She doesn't falter at all.
Then go ahead.
ただし
But keep it short, okay?
IBN
Where is the IBM
ど
5100?
こにある？
不明
No intel yet.
昨日のお前の口ぶりは
But by the way you
知っ
talked
ているよう
yesterday,
に見えた。
it sure sounded like you knew.
知ってるのは
No,
私
I
の
know
知り合い
someone
だっ
who
てば
knows.
ならば
Then, take me
そ
to
の知
them.
り合いのとこ
I
ろへ
won't take
案
no
内して
for
も
an
らう。
answer. Refuse, and I'll show you a living hell.
拒否すれば
無理
I can't.
Come on, I even said I'd show you a living hell.
会いたくても
I
会え
can't
ないから
introduce
さ
you even if I wanted to.
どういう意
What do
味
you
だ？
mean? Don't tell me they're an
同情の
imaginary.
存在か。
死んだから
They've been dead for
何年
years.
も前に
Man, I know who she's talking about.
すまなかった。
I'm sorry.
Nah,
Nino,
it's
Nino.
okay. Anyway,
まあそんな
there's nothing I can tell you.
私の持って ってる情
Honestly,
報
I'm hoping
そんな
you
に
could tell
大し
me
たことないわ
something.
け。むしろ私の方が教えてもらいたいぐらいだよ。
おいバイト
Hey, part-timer.
まだ3日
It's only your third day and you're late.
ああ、店長。
Sorry, boss.
ごめん
The streets are a little
ちょっと朝
crowded
から
this
立て込んで
morning.
てさ。
真面目にやらねえな
If
ら
you're not gonna take this
クビに
seriously,
するから
I
な
can always give you the boot, you hear?
岡部も
As for you, Okabe,
うちのバイト
don't you lay a finger
つ
on
けよ
my
うとしてんじゃねえ
part-timer.
ぞ
浴場
Aren't you the lecherous one here, Mr. Braun?
ミスター・ブラウン
Why
もし
you?
ないがいる
Just try saying something like that in front of
マ
me.
ジで殺す
I'll murder you.
父親としての保険に関わるそもそも
Besides, I ain't got no use for a skinny kid like
浴場なん
her.
かするかよ
何を
What was that?
店長
Take that
今
back,
の
boss.
消して
なんだよ
What?
怒った
Mad?
私はガキ
I'm not a kid. I'm a warrior.
戦士だよ。
Ma?
お前
What are you talking about?
いい目をして
I
いる
like
な
the look in your
バイ
eyes,
ト戦
you
士
part-time warrior.
現代人
They shine with the
野
radiance of the
獣
beast
さながらの
unseen in
ギラギラ
modern
した
man.
輝きがあるその目を忘れ
Never
る
forget those eyes of
そう
yours,
すればお前は
and you shall surely change
バイト
class
戦士
from
真の戦
part-time
士
warrior to
クラス
true
チできるだろう
warrior.
っていうか
But I'm already a
戦士
warrior.
なんだってば。
セルンと
Stay diligent in
ラグナ
your
ロックの
training,
暁に
and you shall have a place at my
共に戦おうだ。
side of the field of Ragnarok.
それは精進するがいい
ラグナロ
Ragnarok?
何それ。
What's that?
セルンとの
The final battle
最
against
終
Sir.
決戦だ
そんなの起きる
You
気があ
got
る
something
の
like that planned?
あるなら
Count me in
参
if
加
you
するけど
do, but
聞いたこと
I've
ない
never
な
heard of it.
当たり前だ
Of course you haven't. This is the first time I've revealed it, for I shall be the one to initiate Ragnarok, and the world shall be reborn.
世界を作り変えるためにだ
A lot of Suzuha's replies are very autism coded, which makes sense. Just look at Daru. I mean,
おー
Wow,
オカ
you
ベ
sure are brave, Okabe and Toro. You'll probably fail, but I like your spirit.
その心意気は好きだよ。私の仲間
I wish my comrades were as spirited as you
よかっ
are.
たんだけどな。
apparently, Suzuha has comrades. I'd like her to introduce me. You may or may not already know them. I don't know that though. That way, I can form my personal army, the Phoenix Crusaders. Wait a sec. What does she use? What does she assume I'll fail at Ragnarok? Looks like I'll need to instill the fear of Hyobin Kyoma into this girl.
なんでうちの
Maybe those are my
周りには
story tracking
変なやつ
nothing
ばっ
but
か集まってくんだよ
weirdos.
ったく
Damn.
アルバイト
Whatever, part-timer. Just come inside.
Coming.
じゃあね。
Later, Okabe and Toro. Oh boy, new message.
From Ferris. Song of Prophecy.
But the fallen angel, Fess,
Squints. Immediately.
prophesies his resurrection in her song Esoteric Choker Nyan. The song is the cat's meow. I found a copy of her album she put back in her indie days. Had to pay through the whiskers for it. And faithfully decoded the song of prophecy regarding Judgment Day meow.
It's from Ferris. There's no way I can combat this.
ya はり一緒に探す気になったか
Okabe, the entire deal with
Ragnarok
Ragnarok is that almost everyone dies. So, you're going to help me search after all? That's the lab mem spirit. This is the start of a new scene. What am I doing? I'll do a cute save just in case technology decides to be fucky wucky for whatever reason. But I will go on a cute little break. Yippee! You guys should get up and stretch too. Well, that break is already in progress. It's fine. But Indeed. Okay, there we go. Now I'm Miles behaving better. Appreciate your guys' patience while I took a break. Mayu she indeed. I know I already read this, but I'll read it for the sake of posterity. I should have ran another ad, whatever, it's fine. So you're gonna help me search after all? That's the lab mem spirit.
Oh, no, that's not it. I was thinking about buying lunch.
I love the okabe sounds. Truly is a glutton. It's not even lunchtime yet. So, where do you plan to go?
Sambo's beef bowl sounds good.
But Sambo isn't open this early. I tried to warn her, but Mayuri is no longer there. She's gone. Mayuri disappears like this every so often. And each time she does, I wonder for one terrible second if she really has vanished from the world. I look around and see Mayuri standing at a distance. She's gazing up at the sky through the buildings. Here we go again. She stopped in the middle of the street, so other pedestrians look at her, wondering what she's doing. Ah. Welcome in, Belle. But she doesn't notice their stares. She slowly reaches out to the sky, as if entranced. And then she freezes in that position. This is one of Mayuri's habits. I call it Stardust Handshake. Mayuri says that she's liked looking at the night sky ever since she was little. The reason is romantic, perhaps childish.
I feel like I can reach the stars.
When I asked her about it one day, she just smiled and gave that answer. At first, she only reached out to the night sky, but lately, she's been doing it without regard to the time of day. Like now, something inside her just seems to switch on. Honestly, it's a little crazy. Crazy? I was crazy. It's too early for stars, Mayuri. But the sun is a star. I walk up to Mayuri and call out to her. She slowly lowers her hand with a blank smile on her face.
Did you know? Even during the day, the stars are still up there.
Getting philosophical is nice and all, but it's dangerous to stop in the middle of the street.
That's true. Oh, just now, when I was looking at the stars, I decided to have ramen for lunch today.
How are ramen and stars even related? Mayuri's mind works in mysterious ways. Sure does, buddy. Look, flashbang by the timer. Oh. I can't help but be restless. Every time my mind almost settles, it's filled with thoughts of the curious microwave experiments of the future gadget laboratory. I'm a scientist. It's only natural I'd get uneasy when I'm presented with a question that doesn't have an answer. I think this is new for Elite because I don't think we got a Kurisu POV for this in the original game. I could be wrong, but I don't remember a POV change happening at all in Steins Gate, the original. It definitely happened in Steins Gate 0. So, like, I think Steins Gate is unique in that way, where there wasn't any POV changes. But anyways, I'm a scientist. It's only natural I get uneasy when I'm presented with a question that doesn't have an answer. Though I suppose there's no use in thinking about it here. You remember POV changes in 0 being a huge deal? Yeah, in a way it's kind of funny, because since we started with Steins Gate, the POV changes in 0 was novel to us, but given how the rest of the Science Adventure series is, Steins Gate is the odd one out. Kind of funny, huh? I don't remember if I read this, I'll read it again anyways. No, I suppose there's no use thinking about it here. Right, the laundry. I should probably take care of that. Oh, that was why the timer was white, because Kirisi POV, but Okabe POV, the background is black for the time. Okay, I understand now. Anyways, I know I said I'd search for the IBM 5100, but I have no idea where to start. I know Dadu's well acquainted with retro PCs, but is there anyone else? And yeah, Shining Finger was obsessed with the IBM 5100, wasn't she? I'm really reluctant to contact that male demon, though. Even in Linear Bounded Phenogram, the POV changes were mostly between short stories from what I remember. Yeah, the POV changes were dependent on whose, like, world line you picked. But those are all just short stories, so it makes sense that the POVs wouldn't change at all within them. But ultimately, my feelings are trivial. Ragnarok hangs in the balance. I don't know Shining Finger's phone number, so I'll just send her an email for the time being. And then comes an email. It's from Shining Finger. Subject, RE, call me. Thanks for the email. I've been waiting. I don't like talking on the phone, so let's exchange emails instead. And that's a quick reply. But I asked her to call, so why did she reply by email? Wait, she wants it by email? There's a lot to cover. I'd rather not have to type it all out. I need to find out her phone number. Give me your phone number, along with any information you have on the IBM 5100. And send. I'll look up after finishing my email to see a crowd of people in front of Radicon. I guess people are still curious. And of course, the satellite is still there. Not 30 seconds pass before I get a reply.
Oh.
That was an ah sound.
Joshua.
Well, if it isn't my assistant, what are you doing here?
Hey, let it become your assistant.
She's looking like she'll snap at me, so to dampen her spirit, I go back to checking my email. Let's both do our best. I don't have anything. How about you? I told her to tell me her phone number, and she just ignored me. She doesn't even have any information. How useless can you be?
Why are you glaring at me?
Don't worry about it. You're not the cause of my frustration.
No, so you're just raging? Don't glare at me.
You've glared at me before, haven't you?
And that's because you keep doing pervy... no, I'm not saying anything.
Another one. Tell me the super hacker's address. I want to snap my phone in half and throw it on the ground. So, what do you mean, tell me the super hacker's address? Are you making fun of me with that music note? You're not getting anything from me.
Are the emails you're getting really that unpleasant?
They're more unreasonable than unpleasant. I can't quite describe it in one word. Stop sending me all these short emails. I'm begging you. Just gather your thoughts and set everything together. I feel a little dissatisfied after sending that email. So, Christina, what brings you here?
If you're going to call me names, could you at least be consistent?
Anyway, my business here doesn't concern you. Why are you pouting?
I'm not pouting. I just don't want to get involved in your silly games again.
Nonsense. You're already a lab man. You have a duty to work for the benefit of the lab. The way he's just holding her jacket.
I regret losing myself to curiosity back then.
Did you come to see the satellite?
I guess. It doesn't make sense.
Normally,
They calculate satellites' orbits so that they burn up in the atmosphere when they fall. How can that thing be in such perfect condition?
Where's this satellite from anyway?
And they still don't know. Rumors say it's from the former Soviet Union, but Russia denies it.
ロシア
So it
は
looks like they
否定してる
can't remove it yet.
おかげで撤去しようにもできないらしい
3 days have passed and it's still unknown. How interesting. I smell a conspiracy.
そうか
So, it's another organization
機
cover-up.
関の差し
They
金
knew
だ
he'd
った
be
の
at
だ
Radicon and tried to erase me.
ラジカンにいたこの俺を抹殺するためのな
機関
Organization?
何それ
What's that?
機関は
The organization is the organization.
正式名
Its
称は
formal
別
name
に
is
ある
something else.
その
But all
存在を
those
知
who
る者
know
は
of its
全員
existence call the
いい
organization
子の
out of
感情を込
fear.
めて機関とだけ呼ぶ世界を変え
They ruled the world from the shadows,
国家を
transcending
超越した
nations
秘
with
密機関
politics,
で政治
economics. I don't know why my brain
全てを
paused
掌
so
握し
hard
ている
there. Religion, even science in their clutches.
どう見ても
And that's
陰謀論
obviously a
です
crackpot conspiracy theory.
本当に
Thank you very much.
どうかしたか
What's wrong? Nothing. Really, nothing, okay? Say another word and I hate you.
それ以上追求したら叩くわよ
Crazy girl. Anyway, what's happened with
例の
the
電話
phone
レンジは
wave?
どうなった
何を
I thought you didn't want to get involved. And it's not the phone wave, it's the phone wave name subject to change.
電話レンジか
いいから答えな
Just
さい
answer me. Have you learned anything?
進展はない
No progress.
実験を
We've tried
繰り返して
repeating the
みたが
experiment,
今
but
の
at
ところ
present,
あのフォー
we
ド
haven't
現
been
象
able to reproduce the discharge
過
phenomenon
去へ
or send
遡る
another
メールは
email
一
to
度
the
も再現で
past.
きていない
そう
I see. Another email. Damn you, Shining Finger. I sent out to send so many short emails, but she doesn't seem to get it. I can't handle this mail demon. From Shining Finger, subject sorry. Are you mad at me? Sorry for being pushy, but I really need info on the IBN 5100. You're the only lead I have, Okabe-kun. That's why I pestered you so much. I promise I won't send you one-line messages anymore. Looks like she's rethinking things. Hopefully I don't have to worry about any more email assaults.
ハロー
Hello?
人と
Can you put your
話して
phone
る時
away when you're
メ
talking
ール
with
しないで
someone?
くれる
そういう
Don't be like that.
メールマガ
Rather,
開始
you
した
should praise me for I have taught a foul male demon to behave like a civilized human being.
なんでそんな
Why
に
are
偉
you
そ
so
うなんだ
pompous?
そのこと
I'd ask you the
そっ
same
くりその
thing,
まま返してや
Christina.
るぞクリスティーナ
Okay, let's send a reply. Apology accepted. I'm looking for an IBM 5100 too. I agree we should exchange information. I'll let you know when I have something. You don't need to reply to this mail. I type that out and send it.
メール交換
Are you done with your little mail
Oh,
exchange,
yeah.
Hyoin-san?
俺の
Oh, so you remember my true name? Indeed, I am Hyoin
我らは
Kyoma.
法院京馬だ
皮肉で
I
言っ
was
た
being
のよ
facetious.
どこが皮肉なのだ
How was that facetious?
お前は
You
俺の
called me
正しい
by
名
my
を呼んだ
correct name. You made no mistake. You'll make a good
助手として
assistant.
いい心がけだ
岡部さん
Okabe-san,
頭
have
お
you
か
sought
しいでしょ
professional help?
俺は岡部
I
で
am
は
not
ない
Okabe.
あんたと話
This
す
is
のって疲れ
exhausting.
る
An awkward silence hung in the air until Kurisu suddenly asked if there were any coin laundries nearby. It seems she has some clothes that need cleaning. Hoping that it would buy me leverage in the future, I escort her to the coin laundry I frequent.
それで
So, about the
電
phone
話レ
wave
ンジ
name
かっこ
subject to
仮の話だ
change.
ったなお前はあの実験
After the experiment, you screamed something like, a time machine? It can't be.
悲痛な
Did
叫び
something
を
awaken a past trauma?
過去の
One
トラ
could
ウマ
say
でも
that.
思い出したか
おいこら
No.
勝手に
It's not
私に
making
トラウ
up
マ
one
設定
either.
つけるな
そう
Back when she was 5 years
あれ
old,
はまだ5
Christina was on the plains of Arkansas when
クリスティーナ
lightning.
はアーカンソー州の草原で雷に
I wasn't hit by lightning, and I was still living in Japan when I was 5. Why Arkansas?
I was trying to imagine tranquil scenery. And the first state to come to mind was Arkansas. Second was Oregon. Shout out to Oregon. I don't know.
Not Utah. I mean, relatively speaking, isn't Utah more suitable?
As long as you're away from the people, I guess. Although Salt Lake City is doing pretty cool shit right now, I guess, too. Then, answer me, Christina. Why did you freak out back then?
No reason. I simply didn't want to believe. French science should stay in the realm of fiction.
French science? Don't be ridiculous. You saw it with your own eyes. You saw the email leap to the past. You saw the banana travel instantly through space.
I saw it. But we must be missing something. Or maybe we're just seeing what we want to see. Remember what I said at ATF? Time machines are just a pipe dream given modern technology. And yet, a bunch of amateurs like you just stick a phone and a microwave together and expect time travel to occur? Ridiculous.
Well, no, they stuck a phone to a microwave together and just happened to have made time travel. Get your order of operations correct. Utah is pretty notoriously pretty to look at. That Brigham Young guy claimed it for his harem for a reason. True. It definitely does look prettier with the Salt Lake City's current city flag, though. But it did occur. Will you deny what you saw with your own eyes? Are you saying that theories trump reality? Then I hope you enjoy the sophistry and word games, because that's all you'll ever have.
What do you mean, word games?
Quantum theory, for example. If you ask me, theories like that are nothing but word games.
Wait, are you rejecting modern physics? Who do you think you are?
Trust what you see. The only things that matter are things that happen. Things that don't happen. Things that aren't observed are just hypotheses.
When hypotheses pile up, theories are verified, they become reality. And that's how modern physics comes to understand the truth of the universe.
But sometimes your hypotheses are mistaken. Even Einstein was wrong about some things.
So you're going to do nothing just because you could be wrong? Then enjoy your dirty little lab and your silly gadgets, because that's all you'll ever have.
You didn't know anything about the flag? That's actually sick as hell. Yep. Just in time for some researchers in Utah to conclude that gender-affirming care is good for trans kids too. Fuck yeah, uncommon Utah W's. They really need those though, honestly. They have so many L's otherwise.
You'll never reach the truth that way. Failure teaches success.
I see. Nice rebuttal.
You're never getting off your high horse, are you?
Nope. By the way, Christina, I have always felt that physicists are hypocrites. Whatever you say, buddy.
What?
There are phenomena that everyone knows occur in reality, but which physicists refuse to research. What do you think about that?
I don't know what to say, unless you can give me some examples.
Ghosts, for instance.
The occult? Really?
You refuse to research it just because it's the occult? That contradicts what you just said. You'll never reach the truth that way.
Angry.
People have seen ghosts. There's even photographic evidence.
にもかかわ
So,
らず
where are the theories?
なぜ
Why
他
do
の仮説を
physicists
これくらい
refuse to
回し続け
speak?
ていられるのだ。
専攻が違う
It's a different field of study.
解明され
You
ていない
can't call
現象に
physics the study of natural phenomena that decides some things don't count.
そうだけど
True, but...
という
And that's why we must investigate the phenomenon of sending emails
き
to the
ちんと検
past.
証す
You
る。
shall assist me.
助手も力を貸すがいい。
嫌よ
No. So the genius girl really does hate me. What was your first clue, bud?
私はとんでも科学
I won't have a
手は
hand in
出
your
さない
French science. I won't make the same mistake my father did.
父
Your father?
あんたの考えは
You make a
口
fine
だけは
argument,
立派だ
but
け
it
ど
won't work in the
学会じゃ
scientific
通用し
community.
ないタイムトラベル
The
理論
day
を
you
研
decide
究し
to
てるなん
research
て
time
言った日に
travel
は
is the day you're out of a job.
なぜ
How can you be so certain?
私の父が
Because
そうだ
that's what happened to my father.
物理学者の
My
父は
father, a physicist, loved time machines. He was so fascinated by Wells' to the time machine that he seriously studied time travel.
でも
But because of his
こだわり
obsession,
すぎたせ
he
いで
was practically
学会
exiled
から
from the
追放に
scientific
近い扱い
community.
を受けたそんな父を見
I
て
will
きた
never get involved with
私は
time travel
タイムト
research.
ラベル研究には関わりたくないの
And this time, her sheer force of will gives me pause. But what should I say?
ごめん
I'm sorry.
感情
I
的
got
になって
emotional.
She apologizes first. Christina's calm character saves me. Don't worry about it. I wanted to test your character, so I made you angry on purpose.
Huh?
とにかく
Anyway, the phone wave isn't a time
じゃな
machine.
いメールの送受
Email
信
is a man-made
人の手で作
system,
られたシ
so
ス
this
テム
phenomenon should be
そ
explainable
の
in the
システ
scope
ム
of
の
that
範囲内で
system.
現象を説明できるはず
助手の考
I
えは
understand.
分かった
I had no idea you hate time machines that much.
嫌っていると
It's almost like an allergy.
お前の反応はアレルギーに近い
I just noticed that the sign says fula fula. Anyways.
無理にラボ面に
I apologize for forcing you to become a lab man. You don't have to come again.
言われなくて
I
も
wasn't planning
来
on
な
it.
だが
But know
これだ
this,
けは伝えて
Christina.
おくクリスティー
クリスティーナ
Don't call me Christina.
ラボ面ナンバ
Lab
ー
mem number 004 will be a retired number. That number is yours forever.
ずっとお前のものだ
何かっこ
You
つ
look
けてんのよ
ridiculous.
Now it's her turn to grab him from the back of his jacket. Let's go. I'm suddenly pulled from behind. What are you doing? You've ruined my perfectly staged exit scene, and you call yourself my assistant.
貴様それでも俺の助手か
だから助手じゃ
No,
な
I
いと
don't
言
call
った
myself
わ
your assistant.
それにこっ
And
ちにはま
besides,
だ
I
話
still
が
have
あん
something
の
to
よ
ask you.
この前は聞け
I
なかっ
asked
た
you
けど
about this before,
私
but
が
you
刺さ
said
れ
I
た
got stabbed,
っ
right?
てあんた言っ
I
てたわよ
demand an
ね
explanation.
それについての説明を要請する
Ah yes, the other real-life phenomenon that has yet to be explained.
あれは俺が
That was just
幻
something
だ
I hallucinated. Let's just leave it at that for now.
なんで
Why would you dream
私が
about
出てくる
me?
の
そんなことは知らん
I don't know,
それと
and it wasn't a dream. It was a hallucination.
ドクター中
You
林
said something
がどうとか言
about
ってたけど
Dr. Nakabachi, didn't you?
あの日
Dr. Nakabachi held a time
ド
machine
クター中鉢
presentation
が
at
タイムマシンの
Radicon
発
that
表会
day.
をしていた
発表会は
And that
中止になった
presentation was canceled because of the
人工衛
satellite
星が落ちた
crash.
から
そういうことに
So
なっ
it
ているようだな
seems. But in my hallucination, the presentation
俺が見た幻
proceeded
では
as
無事開
planned.
催された
Mayuri and I went to see it,
俺はそ
and
れ
you
を
came
マ
over
イクと
to
一緒に見
flirt
に行っ
with
て
me.
お前に声をかけられたのだ
私はナンパ
I
なん
don't
てしな
flirt,
い
especially not with idiots like you.
あんたみたいなバカに声はかけない
だから
Like I
幻だっ
said,
たと言って
it
いる
wasn't real, okay?
いや
Maybe this world isn't what's real.
幻なのはこちらの世界なのかもな。だとしたら
That would explain the riddle
電話
of
レ
the
ンジ
phone
カッ
we've
コ
made
からの
subject to
謎も解
change.
決だわ。
If this world is some kind of simulation, then we can disregard the
物理
laws
法
of
則を無視し
physics.
たことも起こりうる。
現実逃避
Escapism? That's unexpectedly chicken of you.
仮説を提
It's
示
a
したのは
hypothesis. Your favorite
物理
thing.
学者の得意
それで
So, who
私は
stabbed
誰
me?
に刺された
Don't tell me it was you.
もしかしてあんた
Okay, won't say anything then. I recall the sight of Kurisu collapsed in a puddle of blood. It sends shivers down my spine. Oh, the fun mystery of who stabbed Kurisu, because they don't know. Not yet, anyway. Was that really just a hallucination? It was too real. I can clearly remember the smell of blood.
俺が駆けつけた時には
You were already dead when I got
すで
there.
にお前は
I
血の
didn't
水
see
に
how
倒れ
to
てい
do
た。犯人は見なかった
わからないの
I don't get it.
なんで
Why do I have to die in
私
your
でとはい
mind?
え
You have something
殺されなくちゃい
against
けない
me?
のよ
Of course not. At that point in time, we had only spoken
俺とお
once.
前は
We
一
were
度だ
just
け話したことが
strangers.
ある程度のただの通りすがりの他人だった。
Well, that one time we talked was during the events I imagined. So strictly speaking, at that point in time, all I knew about her was what I read in the magazine.
とにかく
Anyway,
接点
we
など
didn't know
ほ
each
とんどなか
other.
った。
That's why I ran away instead of calling
故に
for
俺
any
は
ambulance.
お前の死体を見た後、119番に通報することなくその場を後にしたのだ。
白状者
My hero.
何を望んでいる？
You want me to go back in time and give you CPR or
お前
something?
の死体
I
を
need to
丁
use the
重に
phobic
扱
subject
え
to
と。
change for that.
そのためには電話レンジカッコ仮を使えるようにしなければな。
Though, I suppose I need to figure out how to return to that hallucination first.
もういいわ
I've heard enough.
今後
No more hallucinating about me, okay? Dying isn't fun,
他人の夢の
even
中
if it's in
とは
someone else's head.
自分が殺されてると思ったらいい気分はしない
保証は
I
できない
can't
な。
make any guarantees.
そ
That
れ
would
を
require
実行するためには
perfect 24 hours of
24
surveillance
時間
inside my
完璧
brain.
に俺の脳内を監視しなければなるまい。
本当にあん
You
た
have
っ
a
て
comeback for
ああ言え
everything,
ばこ
don't
う言うわ
you?
ね
Looks like she wants to end the conversation.
Yeah, what now?
俺の話は
I'm
終わっ
not
てい
done
ない
talking.
喧嘩売って
You
るだろ
trying to pick a fight?
別れのシーンを
It's revenge for ruining my
大事にした
farewell
クリスティ
scene, Christina.
ーナ。己の
You
軽
shall
率な
regret
行動を
your
恨むの
thoughtless
だな。
actions.
はいはいわかりまし
Okay,
た
okay, fine.
네.
What is it?
何よ
IBN
About the IBN 5100.
剣だ
I don't know what you're
知らないわ
talking
よ
about.
何なの
いや、
If you don't
知ら
know,
ないの
then
か
forget about it. Farewell.
さらばだ。
We will not meet again.
もう二度と会うこともないだろう。
言いかけたの
Hey,
やめないで
don't tell me to
気
forget
持ち悪い
about
で
it.
しょ IBN
What is the IBN
5000
5? Whatever.
IBN
Then IBN 5100. That.
1975年
The
発売の
IBN
レトロ PC だ。
It's a retro PC from 1975. I'm looking for one.
うん
Yeah. What are you going to do
何
with
に
it?
使うつもり
Looks like she's interested. She was the same way when she came to the lab. I guess this girl is just brimming with curiosity.
気になるか？
Interested?
気になるのだ
You're
な。
interested, aren't you?
少し
Just
だ
a
け
little.
ならば、
Then I shall answer. The IBN 5100 is the key to unlocking CERN's most closely guarded secrets.
セルン
CERN? You mean the CERN?
いかにも
Indeed. Through the tireless efforts of my faithful lab members, we have uncovered evidence that CERN is researching time
タイム
travel.
トラベルについて研究している痕跡がある。
Come, be astonished.
バカみたい
Great.
聞いて
I
損し
shouldn't
た
have asked.
Damn you. Just you watch. I'll expose CERN's secrets if it's the last thing I do. It's not like I'm interested in your retro PC, stupid. Pout. So true. The next day, I went to the radio center in search of the IBM 5100. I scoured every last part store I could, suffering the cold stares of shopkeepers who knew I wouldn't buy anything, but yielded no results. After walking around for a while, my stomach started to growl, which reminded me that I hadn't eaten anything since this morning. It was time to refuel at Sambo. It's October 1st. As I wolfed down my beef bowl, I tried to think of every place where the IBM 5100 could be, but nothing came to mind. My phone's ringing. I mean, not incorrect, but my phone's ringtone draws a sharp look from the madam. I pretend not to notice her withering glance sound.
もしもし、
It's me.
俺だ。
What's up?
Why is she here?
直通
I
回
thought
線
I
でか
told
け
you
る
not
と
to
言ったはず
contact
だ。
me on this line.
盗
You
聴
could
さ
be
れている可能
tapped.
性があるのだぞ。
Hawa?
うかつな真似は
I'm
するな
telling
と
you
言って
to
い
not
る
be so careless.
それで
Anyway, give me a
そち
sit
らの状
rep.
況は
Okani. Maya, she doesn't know what that means.
Me too, my Yuri girl.
要する
I'm
に
asking
何
why
の
you're
ことだと言っているのだ。
Why didn't you just say that?
Cause look at him.
What are you doing now?
作戦行動
Executing the mission.
Well, why didn't you say so? Maya, she heard something amazing just now.
すごい話を聞いちゃったのです聞きたい
Wanna hear?
有益な
If it's
情報
valuable
なら聞け
information, then by all means.
It's about the IBM 5100.
まさか
You mean
手が
you
か
have
り
a
を
lead?
掴んだのか
And you got it at May Queen, you say?
メイクインにあったんだ
How
な
could I have overlooked
という
it?
盲点
What
だ
have I done?
したことか
Well, then come to me, Queen. I'll be waiting.
おい
Hey,
電話
tell me
で
over
話せ
the phone.
Oi,
Hey, Mighty.
なぜ
Why do
わ
I
ざわ
have
ざ
to
メイ
come
ク
all
イ
the
ン
way
に行
to
かねばならんのだ
Not wanting to waste a moment in acquiring my UD's info, I slap my money down on the table and take off for Maid Queen. I complain, but it's less than a 10-minute walk. That's closer than the walk to the local grocery store. Crazy. Oh boy, mail from Suzaha. Subject is actually crazy.
Actually, it was love at first sight. Well, JK. Actually, I think that human beings need relationships, you know? It's a matter of life and death.
Let's see. Love at first sight. The response is... I understand. Women are always attracted to evil over good. Oh, they need relationships? Is that the rule you live by? It sounds like things haven't been easy for you, part-time warrior. Both kind of suck, but I'll do the second reply. Things haven't been easy. Not even 10 minutes later. There's a handwritten sign outside of May Queen that says, "The First Drynet Battle Cup." Still puzzling over what that means, I enter the cafe, only to be greeted by a very unusual atmosphere. I think this is the scene that I didn't get the first time we played. I think this is what that is. Hell yeah. Let's go.
Okani!
あのね
Maya, she was thinking about IBM 5100 during work. So I asked the other girls if they knew
のことを
anything.
思い出して店のみんなに聞いてみたんだ最初
At
は
first, I asked
マッキーに聞いたんだ
Maki-chan,
け
but
ど
Maki-chan said she's not good with
マッキー
computers.
ちゃんは PC には詳しくないんだってそれに
And
ね
then there's Lisa-chan, but she only knows about the latest PCs.
最近の
And she's
知ら
actually
な
a
くって
Mac head.
しかもマカーだし
Looks at my Mac. Yeah.
まゆり
Just get to the
要点を
point.
話せ
I don't really care how
お
much
前がいか
trouble
に
you
苦労
went
したかは
through.
どうでもいい
Average conversation with my mom when I'm asking her something specific.
Well,
つま
I
り
think Ferris-chan
フ
knows.
ェリスちゃんが知ってるっぽいよ。
何
What? Is that true?
Yep.
あのね、
Did you know she's a retro PC
マニアな
mania?
んだって。
フェイリスが
Ferris? That girl is seriously hardcore. I prefer not to talk to her if I could avoid it. The pausey. I'm really desperate for information.
俺だ
It's me.
IBN
Looks like we've got a lead on the IBM 5100. Are you ready for this?
聞いて驚け
It's Ferris
フェイ
Nyan.
リスニャンニャンだあの
It
猫
turns
の
out
方が
that Cat Girl's an expert on retro PCs. There's probably another
こ
side
れは
to
何
this.
か裏がある
Let's keep our
と言う
eyes
べきだろう
peeled. I suppose I'm the only man for the
使い
job.
が荒いな
Very well.
わかった
I'll make them approach.
今すぐ会いに行ってくるもしも今日の
If you don't hear from me by 2,000 hours tonight,
俺に会うぞ
yeah, then forget about me and commence the strike on Meikui. Everything is the choice of Steins kids. I put away the phone to search the place for Ferris, but she finds me first.
Nya nya. Is Kyoma gonna join too?
God, her outfit is so cute.
今日はフェリ
Today's the Ferris Cup, nya.
It doesn't seem like Ferris is going to explain what that means. Man, I remember during our first playthrough, I was like kind of disappointed about not being able to go to the Ferris Cup, but like I think it's because of the mail that we didn't get. But now we're getting it. Yippee! Nevertheless, it's plain to see that things are very different in here today.
マジな話
No, seriously.
フェイリ
What's
ス
the
フェイ
Ferris
トは
Cup?
何なのだ
A pod to pod contest with Ferris, nya. Ferris goes at it with everyone at the same time, nya. And word goes to those Ferris finds worthy, nya.
I gulp and look at Ferris's hard.
フェイリス
Ferris.
本
Are
気
you serious?
なのか
Going at it with all these men at the same time? She's insane.
今日な
Say Ferris is
フェ
for
リスを助
Kyoma.
けてにゃ。
断
I
る
refuse.
Nya nya.
俺は戦う
I
つも
didn't
りな
come
ど
to
ない
fight. I only came to
た
talk
だお
to
前に
you.
話があってきただけだ
参戦しない
If you're not going to play, then I'm sorry. But I'll have to ask you to leave, nya.
メイド
What's this? A maid sending a customer away?
今日のフェイリス
Ferris is the organizer of the Ferris Cup today. Only participants are allowed inside the shop, nya.
話は2
I
分
only need 2 minutes. The IBM.
Not listening, nya. If you want to talk to Ferris, you have no choice but to join the Ferris Cup,
参
nya.
加するしか方法はないにゃ。
No, that's just.
足元を見よって
さあ
So, what'll it be, nya? You can't survive unless you fight with your own paws, nya.
Use any method to obtain information. That's my current mission. I have to do it, no matter what lies ahead.
やむを得んな
And there's no choice.
その
I
勝
accept your
負
challenge,
受けてたと
but on one condition.
ただし勝負
If
した
I face you, you'll tell me everything you know.
すべて話してもらうぞ
He's always pointing at shit, ain't he?
Nya nya.
別に
Well, bye bye me, nya.
Oh boy, new mail. Look at God.
Please let me think. I'd be happy to cook, but I'm afraid it might interfere with my shrine duties. Do you mind if I take some time to think it over? P.S. I was so deep in thought, I didn't do any practice swings with Samidare.
Let's see, your first response, shrine duties. Your true class is Miko. You must not forget that. Devote yourself to that for now. Of course, that includes practice swings with Samidare. Or think it over. I was joking. Besides, if you wore a maid outfit at the lab, Dare would probably get hyperventilating and, well, it wouldn't be pretty. Forget about it. True. I like the other one better, though. There, that should do it. About an hour later. This is now a war zone. Lured by the promise of information, I challenged Ferris, stepping over the countless corpses and into the arena for our decisive battle. Daru, allow me to show you how a true man fights.
真の男の戦い方というものをな。
オカリン
Don't tell me you've
まさ
got
か
a
何か秘策
plan.
が
Indeed I
そうい
do.
うことだ。
Let's just call this
作戦
Operation Sweet
ジーバッ
Side.
クとだけ言っておこう。
A loud oh echoes from all around me.
京馬に
So Kyoma thinks it's up to par now.
これまでに知って
The tears of the fallen 20 shall not be in
無駄にはせん。
vain.
フェイリスよ
Do you remember our promise,
約
Ferris?
束は覚えている。
Once this match is over, you'll tell me everything you know.
お前が知っている情報をすべて話してもらうぞ。
すげえ
Amazing.
オカリン
The crazy bastard actually means to win.
おかり
Go for it, Okarin.
They place their hopes on me. I slowly step up to the table.
5分だ。
5 minutes. That's all it will take to decide the match.
そいじゃ
Okay,
30名
round 3.
始め
Start now. Right now, access
ア
battle
クセ
leads.
スバトラーズ
Dual
デュエル
access.
POV
参り
change
ました。
or not? You just swapped the colors, I guess. I don't know. I give up.
オカリン弱っ
You're weak.
弱すぎ
Too
る
weak. Obviously, I've never played Right Now Access Battlers before. There's no way I could win if I don't even know the rules.
マユシががっ
Mayashi's
かりなので
disappointed.
す
結局全部
So it was all a
ブ
bluff. What happened to Operation Sweet Side?
何だったんだよおい
京馬はま
It was almost like Kyoma committed suicide now.
Wait,
それって
don't
まさ
tell
か
me. Yes, that's exactly what you're thinking.
作戦名
Operation Suicide was a suicide attack.
自爆に等しい突撃を仕掛けること。
どう見てもダジャ
That's
レ
gotta
です
be the worst
本当にあ
pun
りがとうござい
ever.
ました
でも
But why are you so proud even though I made kitty litter out again, yeah?
Have you not figured it out, Ferris Nyan Yan? Win or lose, it made no difference.
勝ち負けなどどうでもよかったのだ。
どういうこと
What's that supposed to mean, yeah?
俺がお前
Do you remember the conditions I set?
覚えているか。
にゃ
Yeah? If Ferris lost, then
フェイリス
she tell you
情
everything.
報をすべて話す
違うな。
No, you are wrong, Ferris. What I said
俺
was,
はこう言ったのだ。勝負した
if I face you, you'll tell me everything you know. If I face you, now do you understand?
勝負した暁にはだ。わかるかフェイリス。俺は一言も
I never
お前
needed
に
to
勝
win.
ったらとは言っていない。この作戦
No
は
one else could have
俺だ
pulled
か
it
ら
off.
こそできた
These
こと。
fools were lured here by the prospect of Ferris's home
フェイリス
cooking.
の手作り
They
料
were
理という目
obsessed
の前の
with
餌に
winning.
釣られ勝つことにこだわりすぎていた。だが俺は
But
違っ
not
た。
I. Your home
フェイリスの
cooking
手料
meant
理などに
nothing
は
to me.
全く
That
興味は
difference
な
of
かった。
motivation is what allowed the suicide
こ
mission
の
to
モチベーションの
succeed.
差こそがこの負け前提の作戦を成功に導いたのだ。
I'm definitely gonna need ice cream after I'm done with this stream. Okay. Yeah, we do have ice cream. I technically have frozen yogurt, but
Wow. Okuri, you're amazing.
tempted to do a thing of Sakyu like that. Anyways,
汚ねえ
that's dirty.
頭脳的
I
作戦
think
と
you
い
mean
え
fiendishly clever. Behold, the success of Operation Sweet Side.
さあ
Now, Ferris, answer me.
答えてもらおう。
Where is the IBN 5100?
IBN 5100はどこにある。
No? The IBM 5100?
Don't play dumb. I have a
俺
reliable
は確かな
source.
筋から情報を得ているのだ。
I remember that image of the IBM 5100 shining finger sent me. I bring it up on my phone and show it to Ferris.
お前が
I know that you have
IBM
information on the
5000 に
IBM
ついて知っているのは
5100.
間違いない。
Just a reminder, this is happening on stage, in front of people that are like, what the fuck are they on about, probably?
Yeah. How do you expect me to remember that, yeah? Though, I think I've seen this computer before.
What? I thought you were an expert on retro PCs. Mayuri told me so.
うわ
You leaked your source.
Yeah, Maya, she's a reliable source. I'm not an expert, yeah. Papa collected them, so we got tons at home. That's all.
So that must be where the IBM 5100 is sealed. Take me there at
では今
once.
すぐ案内してもらおう。
I can't, yeah.
What? Why?
Because that's the Ferris clan sanctuary.
The Ferris clan?
The only ones who may enter are the Ferris clan's cat-eared daughters, those who pursue the knowledge of the Meow Miko. In other words, it's paws off to everybody with Ferris, yeah? Try to force your way in, and you'll grow dog ears, yeah?
そんなわけなかろう。
Like hell I will. Dog ears? Yeah, right.
It's true, yeah? Ferris doesn't tell tall tales, yeah?
Instantly, the air is charged with malice. I find myself surrounded by 27 Ferris fans, each glaring at me with bloodshot eyes. You coward. You converted your believers into your personal army.
Ferris is only telling the truth, yeah?
I love Ferris so much. What do I do? Look at this low-res loser. No, not now. It's too soon.
目覚めるんじゃない。
My right hand trembles.
No, don't tell me. Is the anti-Rhinet system activating? I warned you, playing Rhinet could kill you.
What? Where did that come from? I ignore Ferris and stagger toward the exit. Her worshippers let me pass. It feels as if everyone's giving me cold stares, but I don't have the time to check and make sure. I throw myself out the door and into open air. So, damn. Empty-handed. Mostly I have remembered the scene the more it progressed, so this isn't the scene that I missed last time. I think it's supposed to happen before this though, so I could be wrong though. Memory who? Don't know her. The throbbing in my right arm settles as soon as I leave the cafe. I guess I'll ask Dario Mairi about Ferris some other day.
Okani.
どうした。
What happened? Is the Ferris cup already over?
No. Well, just about. After this, the customers got to chat with Ferris-chan. I wanted to tell you about that IBM 5100 thing. I showed Ferris-chan the picture again.
Good work, Mayuri. Completely different from a certain useless super hacker. So,
Ferris-chan said it was probably around the time she was in elementary school. On a cold autumn day, while Ferris-chan was shivering from the cold, her butler Kuroki-san came to help.
I don't care about her butler. Just get to the point.
So basically, she ended up donating one of her dad's computers to his shrine. She says it looks just like the one you're looking for.
その PC に似てるって言ってたよ。
神社
Donated it
だって
to a shrine? That's an unexpected combination. This expression here is iconic.
どこの神社だ
Which shrine?
さあ、
Don't know.
どこ
Where
だ
could
ろ
it
う
be?
ね。
You didn't ask her?
まあいいよ
Whatever. It's elite.
悪くないヒントだ
The only shrines in Akiba are Kandam Yojin and Yanabayashi Shrine. I don't know if Ferris was living in Akiba at the time, but at least it's a start.
よし
Good work,
参りは
Mayuri.
引き続き
Continue your
情報活
espionage
動に手を
mission.
出せ
情報
SPN Hodge?
わからないなら理解しなく
Whatever.
ていい
It doesn't matter.
じゃあな
Bye.
Okay.
おかり
Bye bye.
Kandam Yojin is the larger and more popular shrine, so 9 out of 10 people would choose to donate something there. But when I inquire at the shrine office, nobody knows anything about an old computer. That leaves Yanabayashi Shrine. It's probably not there either, but I have to try. If that fails, I'll have to search all of Tokyo's shrines one by one. The thought alone makes me dizzy, so I set it aside for now.
誰だ
Who is this?
Ellipsis.
What? Is this a wrong number, or... Ah, you're from the organization, aren't you? Is this a warning? You telling me to stop getting involved with CERN?
セルに手を出すなと言いたいのか
Huh?
It's a woman's voice.
機関の人
You're
間
not
で
from
は
the
ない
organization?
のか
No, it's Makise.
マッキーせ
Makise.
悪いが
Sorry,
思い
but I don't remember. Tell me
どこ
where
で
we
出会っ
met.
たのか教えて
Paris? Or London, perhaps?
ロンドンか
Akihabara. We saw each other yesterday, remember?
Yesterday? Oh, my assistants!
Not your assistant, Makise Kurisu.
If you don't stay Christina, then I have no way of knowing it's you.
I'm not Christina either. How many times do I have to tell you?
お前は
You never stop complaining, do you?
Whose fault is that? Whose?
ちょっと待って
Wait a minute.
お前
How do you know my
な
phone
ぜ俺の
number?
電話番号を知っている
Hashida-san told me.
なんだ
Oh,
つまらん
that's
持ちだ
boring.
のか
So,
What?
what is it,
どうか
assistant?
したのか助手
I said I'm not your assistant. What's the point? Where are you now?
柳林
I'm headed to Yanabayashi Shrine.
Ah, okay. Bye then.
あ
Huh? What?
Huh?
What was that?
なんだ
Is she
今の
messing with me? She's messing with me.
嫌がらせなのか
How dare my assistant treat me like this? I shall scold her most harshly the next time we meet. Oh boy, a new message. From Part-Time Warrior. Subject, words of wisdom?
Not really. I don't like relying on people. I can't handle myself, Lamau.
I guess it's a pride thing. And the response? It's inconsistent to say that relationships are important, but you don't like relying on others. Yeah. We'll reply that though.
さっきの電話はなんだ
I don't think there's that much chapter left, but I don't know. I don't remember where it ends. I'm unfortunately not feeling the best in terms of pain right now, so like, I would otherwise just kind of push through. I don't know. Decisions. Because if this is like the last scene for the chapter, then it'd be kind of lame to not just finish it out, you know? Let me save. And then let's see if I can find out where the chapter ends. Because at least it wouldn't be spoilers for me since I already know what happens, more or less. Steins Gate. Okay, the thing that I could find that has synopsis of each chapter unfortunately doesn't really give me a good idea of when exactly the chapter will end and the next one will start. I think I'll play it safe for my health and just go ahead and end here for the night. Yeah. And I'll just start an hour early next week just in case that there's like an hour extra of game. So that way we can still get like the rest of chapter 2 and then do all chapter 3 because hopefully next week I'll just be feeling better in terms of pain. Maybe me hopping in for Marvel's Sadom's All-Star stream wasn't the smartest idea, but c'est la vie. For the sake of the YouTube video, I plan to just keep all of chapter 2 together regardless of what happens, so thumbs up. Not you. But still enjoyable so far. I hope you guys are still enjoying the science adventures. Thumbs up. No thoughts head empty. Steins Gate good. Fun revisiting. More or less the same thoughts I had last week, just now we're another chapter further in. Oh, maybe that could be an idea, to read the tips at the beginning of the stream. So that way that'll give people more time to hop in and stuff. Because there's gonna be a lot, usually, so that we can still get them read and whatnot. You figure you catch on to stuff you never noticed in the first go around, but oh my god, the sheer amount of stuff. I know, right? It's crazy, isn't it? And then also just the stuff that we know now from the other science adventure games too. Like everything having to do with the earthquakes, the committee, the new gen madness. Like we have a lot of context for things that we didn't our first go around. Hell, even Sister Centipede. Like I was not expecting a mention of her at all. Like that's crazy to me, actually. It's like, what do you mean, Sister Centipede? That was the game after. Makes me kind of wonder how long things were planned in particular and whatnot. But like also the Neidhart mention, like I generally forgot that was even mentioned. It's just a lot of small details, very curious and whatnot. But anyways, the Artisan Makers Spring Raid Train is still ongoing, so we'll go ahead and raid right into them. It will be actually ending tonight, I believe. There's only so many people left for the raid train, so if you are full of energy unlike me, please check out the rest of the artists. The raid train was a lot of fun to be in. I hope to join in future ones again. Raid trains are fun. But even real subtle stuff like certain feelings Okabe has about events, little things in my Yudi's and Kurisu's behaviors. Yeah, for sure. And it's just really interesting getting like this part-time anime too. Like, it doesn't necessarily feel like we're watching the anime, but it doesn't feel like we're just reading a visual novel for obvious reasons too. It's very interesting how they decide to combine things. Like, it makes me kind of surprised about the difference of how Robotics Notes Elite was handled compared to this, but it probably could be because they never planned to, like, bring out the regular Robotics Notes over to the West, because I don't think regular Robotics Notes is to the West at all, just Elite. So that's really interesting how that's different. But yeah. Anyways, we could probably yap about that forever. You can do that either in the YouTube video comments if you're watching this on YouTube, or you can join the Discord and use the Steins Gate channel there. Make sure you mark your spoilers though, because there could be people joining in this series that have no knowledge about the games, and I don't want to ruin their experiences because I happen to know everything. To an extent, memory limiting, of course. But yeah, let me go ahead and start the raid into Aqua Punk, who is currently the raid leader for the raid train. I think they were also in the Trans Lifeline raid trains I was in, but don't quote me on that. I'm just pretty sure because their name is familiar. Go ahead and copy and paste this raid message into their stream. Last chance of me feeding my viewers back into the raid train again. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining as always. I really do appreciate it. I'm sorry that this was cut short because physical health Cooper. Tomorrow we'll be back for more Yakuza. I hope you guys look forward to that. Yakuza has been really fun. Hopefully I won't get sidetracked or lose a lot of progress again like last time. I'm still not sure how much YouTube video there will be, but that's a later problem. But yeah, I'll catch you all next time. I'll try to have my schedule up sooner than later, be it tomorrow or Tuesday. We'll see when that gets done. But until next time, whenever that is, I'll catch you all then. Bye-bye. I really need to add a wee